Uh, well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work. Okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him. Amen. uh, well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work. Okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him. Amen. uh, well, I don't know what.
Okay, so I believe we're having technical difficulties already, but just let me know if you guys can see me and hear me. Okay, we're gonna have to get back to that. Did you guys see the part where Nicki was talking? Y'all who are in the comments, let me know. But basically, we hold on one second. Anyway, okay, so you guys saw everything. Nicki Minaj today, she was she was basically, from what I gather, awarded citizenship, or a visa or some type of citizenship gold card by Donald Trump. I think I will let the mainstream media explain exactly what was going on, uh because there are conflicting messages with this. You have people saying Nikki is getting citizenship. You got TMZ, they're a bunch of haters. They're saying that, oh, her support backfired on her. It's just, I have a lot to say about this. I'm trying to gather it all. But what I want to do is I just want to play you the moment where Trump calls Nikki up on stage today, as he makes an incredible announcement about some accounts that he's creating for the children of America. So like visually you're there, but it's like you hear your voice, but you're not. All right, so like I said, I tested this earlier today, but we still seem to be having some technical difficulties, but we're gonna get it sorted out. Just stay with me. I'm gonna share you the video, and you guys can see exactly what was said. Okay, here we are.
My daughter, she went crazy when she heard that this was happening. I want to go. You know, she happens to be in the wrong state right now for that. But when she heard that there's a certain person that's here who's the greatest and most successful female rapper in history, Nicki Minaj. Come on. And, you know, and Nicki makes a lot of cash. Not as much as Michael Dell. Not quite. Not as much. But that's okay. But Nicki makes a lot of money, and she's generously stepping up. She's investing hundreds of thousands of dollars in Trump accounts to support the children and really the children of her incredible fans. That's great. Focus on that. Why should you give to somebody else's fans? Give to your fans. I like that. But and I just think she's great. You know, I've been hearing so much over the years because I didn't know Nicki, and I've been hearing over the years she's a big Trump supporter and a Trump fan, and she took a little heat on occasion. Her community isn't necessarily. I tell you, we did pretty damn well with that, with your community, as we say. But Nicki has been an unbelievable supporter. She gets almost as much as Mr. Wonderful over here.
Okay, I want you to pay attention to what Donald Trump is saying. Nicki Minaj is an incredible, big time Trump supporter, but her community gives her a lot of hassle for that. Okay, Donald Trump and the American political system, they're not looking at you based on whether you're from Barbados or whether you're from Haiti or any of that stuff. See, that's the nonsense that people like Tariq Nasheed try to sell you. Because, you know, in our political system, discussing things based on race is kind of frowned upon. So they'll say your community. Did he say Nicki Minaj in the Trinidadian community don't really like, she loves us, but her Trinidad community doesn't like me? No, he's talking about all black people, and he's lumping you into community. And what they're seeing from the White House is, well, when a black person supports Trump, black people are going to turn on that person. That's what they understand, because they realize, or the reports that they're getting when they talk to these people is like, hey, I try to talk to my people. I big you up, but I'm getting nothing but negativity, right? And the only question I would have to ask all of you as you watch this video, what did you get from Democrats in the past 10 years? Because we're going to talk about what they're reporting Nicki Minaj is getting from Donald Trump. She's getting a mention. She's going to get brought up on stage. And ultimately, she's going to get citizenship behind what she's doing. My question is, I don't have a problem with you supporting Democrats at all. What are you getting? What are you getting? That's my only question as you watch this, because we know people are going to come with their criticisms. We know people are going to come, oh, this and that, and y'all coons. What are you getting? What is what you're doing gaining you? That's the only question that you need to ask these black liberals, these black radicals, these black people supporting BLM, all that stuff. Here's one question: big bank, tank, little bank. What are you getting? And the only things they could tell you they benefit from right now are things that guy Donald Trump have put in place. I promise you. Ask them what the Democrats. There are entire cities, there are entire states run by Democrats. I'm just gonna let this play, and then I'm gonna get into it because this has got me very heated.
It's been another one. It's been so good, but I'd like to ask you to come up, Nicki. Come on up. Come on. She's been such a great supporter, and a great supporter of Trump accounts. And I said, I'm going to let my nails grow because I love those nails. I'm going to let those nails grow. She's so good. She's been MAGA. What can I say? She's been with us all the way, right, Alex? She's been with us all the way. And just want to thank her. And it wasn't so easy. For you, it was easier, right? You want to come up? You want to come up? Mr. Wonderful, come on up here. You've been terrific. Come on up.
Hello. Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work. Okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him. Amen. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Stay right here.
On behalf of all the entrepreneurs in America, I'd like to thank you, Mr. President, because we create 72% of the jobs. Companies 5 to 500 employees, and all we care about is policy. We love policy, pro-business policy, and these accounts are fantastic for independence and support. I thank you very much. It's all about the entrepreneur, and I think you know that, sir.
Thank you very much. Well, that was great. A little interlude. I don't know. That's better than getting Scott Bessent up.
Hell, okay, sorry. Guys, I got everybody hitting me up right now. It's like Murphy's Law right now, so just bear with me. Okay, so basically what we're seeing here is, if you guys still can't even see me, my thing is like lagging, everything's acting up, guys. Everything's acting up. So basically, we see here that Nicki Minaj, she's actually getting something in return for what she's doing. She gets on stage, her, Kevin O'Leary, they're on stage, they're talking about how great Trump is, because Trump is doing something called Trump accounts, where he is launching these accounts for children, for American children. Oh my God. Guys, this is horrible right now. Okay. So he's a lot. Just let me know if you guys are seeing me okay. I need somebody from the comments, because I got people here with me, but they're not helping me. I need someone from the comments to tell me, are your visuals okay? Are your visuals okay? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Everything. Because I'm trying to monitor it back and forth, but it's hard to do that. But anyway, so Trump is doing these Trump accounts. Okay, we're good. Okay, so Trump is doing these Trump accounts. And in case you don't know what the Trump accounts are, I'll quickly explain that. And like the question I asked earlier is, the only thing I want to know, I don't care who you support. I don't care who you voted for, right? I don't care what side you come down on. It doesn't matter to me. Here's my only question. What are you getting in return for your vote? That's it. So if you want to know what's going on, part of Donald Trump's Big Beautiful Bill Act, which was signed into law in 2025, the Trump accounts are a new type of tax advantage investment account for American children. That's your children. We know you're black. You don't think you're part of America. You are more. You are Israelite. You all this stuff. This is a new type of tax advantage for your children, right? Nobody can take it from them. Their parents, some of these kids, black kids, unfortunately, they're being raised by psychopaths. They're being raised by people who have an identity disorder, rooted in unacknowledged mental illness, right? Undiagnosed. So what Donald Trump is doing is saying, look, I'm going to go above and beyond even the parental aspect, right? These accounts are designed to function as a capitalist from birth initiative. These accounts provide a financial head start by combining a government grant with private investment opportunities. So the way this thing works is there will be an initial investment of $1,000 for every U.S. citizen born between January 1st, 2025 and December 31st, 2028. Trump is smart because he made it from the start of his presidency to the end of his presidency. And now he'll leave it up to the people who follow him to keep it going or to get rid of it. Pay very close attention to what's going on, because what you're going to see is the Democrats are going to try to scrap this. They don't want $1,000 going to your children. They want that money going to them so they can waste it, give themselves raises, and take luxury vacations all year, except for the few couple weeks that they're in Congress, right? So it'll be a $1,000 one-time seed deposit from the U.S. Treasury. Now, there'll be custodial IRAs. The accounts are owned by the child, but managed by a parent or a guardian until the child turns 18. After age 18, they transition into traditional individual retirement accounts, IRAs, right? These have a lot of these have protections from taxation, right? They're a huge benefit when it comes to retirement. They don't have like penalties that are as stiff as some of these 401ks and stuff. It's like you get to keep the majority of your money when you retire. So there's contribution limits. Family and friends and an employer can contribute up to $5,000 annually per child. The employer can match, right? Companies like Uber, Intel, Coinbase, they've already pledged to match the contributions that people make to this account on their behalf or on their child's behalf. So you give $500. If you work with these companies, they will match your contribution to your kids' basically retirement from birth account. And then there's investment restrictions. Funds must be invested in low-cost, unleveraged index funds, like those tracking the S&P 500, with annual fees capped at 0.10%. So basically, you can't really take big risks with this money. It can only be invested in something that invests in line with the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ, right? These are investment funds or index funds that have year-over-year success. They always grow. They might go down, but they always bounce back and then they grow. They're always setting records, right? Pretty much the most reliable form of investing. Many of your 401ks are invested in your 401ks. Many of them mirror the investment of the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, etc. So Donald Trump is giving your kid a pathway for wealth. He's basically planting the seed for you that can lead to generational wealth for your family, depending on how you manage this money he's going to give everyone. He's not just giving a handout like welfare. He just give you the money and then you go blow it on a new car. They give you the money and you go blow it on that new Charger or Challenger that you wanted. See, he's not doing that. He's literally saying, we're going to give you money to invest. We're going to give every single American an opportunity to do what the rich do, which is invest in the future and let their wealth grow while they live their life. Let their money go to work for them. So Nicki Minaj came out to support that. Kevin O'Leary came out to support that. That one thing, listen to me very closely, that one thing alone is a huge step up for millions and millions of Americans, brought to you by Donald Trump and Besant, his economist, his head economist. I'm asking you again. I don't care how you feel about me, right? I don't care what you think about me. I don't care. So it doesn't matter how you feel about Democrat, whatever, right? This is my question. Once you finish letting them run the psyop on you, right? Once you finish letting them trick you, throw all this political theater out, and you run Trump and them Republicans out of office. This is my question. Don't leave before you answer this question. I want to see your answers in the comments. Once you run Trump and the Republicans out of the White House, out of the Senate, out of the House, right? What next? Once you shut all this down that they're doing, that's benefiting you. The illegal immigrant, he gonna do what he got to do for his, right? You not gonna do nothing for yours, but you gonna go fight for him to have the ability to do for his. His kid's gonna be straight, cause he gonna hammer nails, lift bags of cement, lift 2x4s, and lay down foundation for the rest of his life until he drop dead, so his kids can have a house in an apartment complex and multiple cars and all that stuff. They're going to get their generational wealth. You're fighting for his ability to do that, right? You're fighting for his ability to do that. But the whole time you're fighting for his ability to do that, you know who you're not fighting for? You're not fighting for your own children. You're not fighting for the people who need you the most. That's the difference. That's everything that you need to know. Our children have been forgotten. As everyone focuses on what's going on in Minnesota and why are they doing this, and Renee Good and Alex Pretti and all that stuff, what about your children? What are they getting out of what you're doing? Those people are making the choice as to what's best for them. But they're trying to provoke you emotionally so that they can turn what they care about into what you care about, and you abandon what you truly care about. So Nicki Minaj is supporting Trump, and what we're hearing is that she's going to basically be awarded her citizenship because of her support for Trump, which is his right to do because he's president and he created the program with the gold citizenship and all that. So I want to just make sure my information is accurate. Okay, so basically, let me see. Okay, so as of January 28, 2026, Nicki Minaj has not yet received U.S. citizenship, but she has reportedly received a Trump Gold Card, which is described as an expedited pathway to legal residency and citizenship. And I'm almost scared to share this with y'all because this thing been acting up. So she did receive this gold card that gives her an expedited pathway to legal residency. So the Trump Gold Card on January 28, 2026, Nicki Minaj shared a photo on social media of her physical Trump Gold Card. Caption, well, this program reportedly established via executive order allows individuals to bypass traditional visa requirements and receive expedited permanent residency after a $1 million contribution to the U.S. Treasury and a $15,000 processing fee. So I heard she gave some money, right? Trump said Nicki put up some money invested into these Trump accounts for the kids, right? So isn't that amazing how there are systems being put in place for people who want citizenship bad enough to be able to invest in America's future, your children, so that they can gain that citizenship? Isn't that absolutely wild? Doesn't that make a whole hell of a lot of sense, more than what people are currently doing? So let me ask you this question. The only question I really want to ask, and I hope you guys can still see me, man, because let me tell you how my stuff is working. But let me ask you this question. How are all of these illegal immigrants y'all defending investing in your children's future? They're coming here making money from the economy that your ancestors fought and died to create, right? They're making money from the economy your ancestors fought and died to create. And what are they doing? They're working under the table. They're working under the table. They're sending that money back to their family members over and wherever the hell they came from, right? So please help me understand how that benefits you. They're taking your opportunity and they're moving the money in remittance to back to their country. But what if someone did what Trump did? Made it to where they have to invest in the future of America, or they'll never be able to be here legally. They'll never be able to sleep soundly at night. That's the situation you want. You want to come to America. The first person you're going to have to pay is the children of the United States of America. You're going to have to put money in their pocket so that every cent you make, they benefit from it. So they'll have a step up. For every one of you guys that come over here, they're going to get an extra step ahead of you. That makes sense. And my question remains, what are you getting in return for what you're doing? No one wants to answer that. I mean, I know a lot of people in here support me and they think like I think, but I'm sure there are people who don't support me in here. Go ask your granny. Go ask your mama, your big mama, your daddy, all these liberal black folks. Go ask them, hey, what are you getting from Democrats? Because that's what has to be the new strategy, right? Money talks, bullshit walks. Because that seems to be the last thing that African American people understand. Money talk, bullshit walk. All this mess they talk about, it doesn't mean anything if you don't benefit from it in some way. They can shame you all they want to, right? But at the end of the day, you're going to get, Trump is putting things in order that benefit you. Trump is putting things in that benefit your children. Nicki Minaj is not illegal. You're goofy. Nicki Minaj is not illegal. If she was illegal, y'all would be protecting her. But you see, there's mainstream media, and they hate to see there's mainstream media, and they hate to see anybody benefit from anything that Trump is doing. That's just the way it is. If you support Trump in any way, they're going to spin it bad. So now you got outlets like she's not from here. Okay, so since you're not from here, you're illegal. Okay. No. So Nicki Minaj arrived in America as an elite, Nicki Minaj is not currently considered an illegal immigrant. She arrived in the U.S. as a child, but since has achieved legal status. Though she stated in 2024 she wasn't a U.S. citizen, her mother had a green card when she came, and she navigated the immigration system since childhood. Nicki Minaj came to the U.S. from Trinidad when she was 5 with her mother, who already had a green card, and her father. Her arrival potentially unlawful at that moment, but she was a minor. While she described her early entry as illegal, she has maintained legal residency and pathways to citizenship over the years as her family established lawful permanent residency. So her mother, when she was little, went through the process. Her mom already had legal status. So her mom brought her here, which that's not illegal. If your mother is a legal citizen and she's legally here and you're her baby, the mother is the custodial parent. So she can come here with you. She didn't go and swim on a raft. She can fly here with you and go through the legal process. When she's here, she's not a resident or she's not a citizen, but she can get her residency because her mother already has residency. She did it. Her mother did it the right way, the way y'all hate, the way y'all against. So she's not an illegal immigrant. Trust me, if she was an illegal immigrant, you think she could go do concerts and all that and make money and not be arrested or indicted or deported? She's legally here. She ain't like Shine. This dude gets deported back to wherever he came from because he was illegally here, or he might have been legally here, but he did a crime. So you guys are you're bull crap, you know. And the beauty of this channel is I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up because I'm not out here trying to pass misinformation. I'm not trying to lie about nobody. I don't worship celebrities or anybody else. So Nicki Minaj was awarded. She was able to get her citizenship the legal way through her mother long before this. But also, Nicki is willing to pay money so she can be put on a pathway to gain full United States citizenship. You guys are trying to tear down that process so you can just give sweeping full citizenship to all these people so that they can run and go vote Democrat. That's all it is. The Democrat Party does not want Trump to create a solution to this because they know that if he does, it won't lead to them getting a huge influx of votes from the illegal immigrants. But I want to show you how TMZ and other outlets are attempting to tarnish Nicki Minaj's name simply because she's doing what's best for her. And in my opinion, she's lead example when it comes to how. Okay, I see what's going on. So every time I start this, it looks like every time I bring something else in or click away from this screen, it looks like window tab select. Okay. All right. So every time I bring something in, or click away, it looks like what's going to happen is it's going to freeze up. So that's there. You guys should be able to see that now once I click it up. Okay, so yeah, so we're going to get a little lag. So I'm understanding how this is working now. So we're getting a little lag when I bring things up. Okay, so let's play this. TMZ. So they're saying that this all backfired. Nicki Minaj support backfires against Trump.
Well, Nicki Minaj's fans or former fans and her detractors can say all they want about her being MAGA, about her supporting President Trump. She doesn't care. In fact, not only did she show up at a big flashy event for him last night in Washington, D.C., she showed up with her checkbook. If she actually has that anymore. I don't know if you have a checkbook.
I do have a checkbook.
I've actually seen you write a check in here. It's weird. It's very weird to see that. It's off-putting. But yes, she showed up and made it clear that she was not only going to support him, but she was going to spend a lot of money to support him.
I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, you know, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work, okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him.
So keep talking, and she's going to keep spending. The number that was thrown out last night was somewhere between $150,000 to $300,000.
So the question
she plans
for
to
what? For what?
To drop into Trump accounts.
But what
are the Trump accounts?
For his the 2028 election. For his,
Yeah, what are the Trump accounts? So this event was for the Trump accounts. What is that
the
exactly?
Trump accounts are them giving $1,000 to newborn babies, so they can have a savings account that then they can add to if they wish.
Right, that's one of the things he's pushing.
Yeah, that's Trump accounts.
But how's that a Trump account?
Good branding.
I mean,
He's a good
everything.
brander.
Good branding.
So
Okay, I had to do that because I believe I figured out what was going on with the lagging and all that. I had a bunch of windows open, a bunch of tabs open, didn't even know that. So that's just more a few things I got to double check when I go live. We should be good from now on. So bear with me. I know it was a rough one getting started, but we should be good from here forward. So TMZ is doing a good job. Well, I like the way that TMZ is actually sharing what's going on with the Trump accounts. And I'm telling you, the Trump account situation is going to be a game changer. So the Trump accounts are going to be a game changer. And the fact that this is getting out and spread to the public, and someone like Nicki Minaj is actually bringing awareness to this, is absolutely crazy. This to me is like, if Black America doesn't get on board with this, it's official. We don't want success. We don't want generational wealth. Because everywhere I go, I got a Black person in my face, generational wealth, and we need to do this and do that and do this. This is literally putting you. Okay. So I don't want to hear any more of this crap about, oh, we don't want I don't want to hear any more of this crap about, oh, generational wealth and we got to do this and do that and the black dollar and all that stuff. If you don't get on board with this, if you can't find a way or a reason to support this, then you don't want any of those things. You simply do not want any of those things. Okay, let me play this.
Accounts. What is that
the
exactly?
Trump accounts are them giving $1,000 to newborn babies, so they can have a savings account that then they can add to if they wish.
Right, that's one of the things he's pushing.
Yeah, that's Trump accounts.
But how's that a Trump account?
Good branding.
I mean,
He's a good
everything.
brander.
Good branding.
So he gets credit for
Look,
it.
on
He
the-
gets credit.
I mean, there's
Right.
Obamacare, so he's got Trump
Right.
accounts.
On the bigger issue,
Yeah.
I gotta say, that, look, no matter how you stand, when you stand for something, half the country hates you.
Yeah.
So that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And, at a point, you can say, I fundamentally disagree with her or agree with her, but I kind of like the fact that people are just kind of declaring now. Because one of the things that has really struck me over the last month is fear. That people are afraid to speak because of repercussions.
Yeah.
And, and I will say that Donald Trump has made that clear. He goes after people he doesn't like and people who are his enemies. And people are afraid to talk. So whether it's on his side or against him, I just feel like this country is being motivated by fear. Legislators are fearful. People are fearful. I mean, there are people who witnessed the killing of Alex Pretti on Saturday who are afraid to come forward.
Right.
And it's like, this is crazy. And that we shouldn't be afraid. And at least, look, I mean, whether you agree with it or not, everybody, don't be afraid to take a stand.
Hi, so I am Jada Reed. I'm here based in Atlanta, and I think you guys make some really good points. It is quite dystopian, what we're seeing, especially after all the news that we saw this weekend.
Okay, so they're going to use black. I'm telling you, every time it comes time to make a stupid point that makes no sense, they always use black people. How is it dystopian for these people thrive on the promise of welfare? These people thrive on this idea that the government should give everybody free shit, right? Continuously keep handing them money and free. That's what they thrive on. But when Trump, instead of just handing you a fish, he actually takes the time to teach you how to fish, they have a problem with it. Think about that. When the president takes the time to teach you how to fish instead of just handing you a fish, handing you an investment here, it's like handing you some stocks. Now, people are upset. People are angry, right? Now people still got a problem with it. It don't matter what he do. Because ultimately, the whole goal with these people in the Democrat Party and all these people, it's to keep you in the state of being a victim. This idiot probably doesn't even know what dystopian means. They're talking about this backfired on Nicki Minaj. And then they started talking about a bunch of positive stuff for the American children. Yes, if you want to help America, in my opinion, give it to the children, right? Give it to the ones who actually have who have an opportunity to do something with it. These adults are done. You got people, I have family members. They've been on welfare since they was 18 years. Well, they've been on welfare before that. And then when they turned 18, all they did was have a bunch of kids and get on welfare. They still over here sleeping on people's couches, homeless every week, running a scam on the homelessness system of the county, because they know if they keep standing, if they remain in a state of homelessness, they'll continue to get payouts on top of what they're already getting from welfare. Yeah, don't give them shit. Don't give them a penny. But the kids, an investment for the kids, yes, do it. Why is that a bad thing? Why any and every time somebody tries to do something that could possibly help black crabs get out of the barrel that we're stuck in, all of a sudden you're trying to drag that person down. Nicki Minaj didn't do anything to you. Nothing Nicki Minaj is doing is hurting you. Nicki Minaj is doing what's best for her, and she's investing in your children's future in order to benefit. And I told you yesterday, there's no such thing as altruism. That's bullshit. Anytime somebody does something, they're doing it because they benefit from it in some way, shape, or form. And I am totally okay with that. What did Alex Pretti give to your kids? What did Renee Nicole Good give to your kids? She didn't even give nothing to her own kids. She wasn't even taking care of them. You're selling yourself short for a bunch of people who don't give a damn about you. And the only thing they're doing is putting you in a position where you have to separate yourself from the things that benefit you in order to continue to support them. Because Biden could have did this, but he didn't. Biden could have said, you know what? All these American families were affected by COVID-19. We locked all these families down, which took 2 years off of their opportunity to get generational wealth. Let's create a tax fund for the kids who lived through COVID. If you were born between 2019 and 2022, let's do this for you. He didn't do it because he doesn't care. Because Biden is looking at the piggy bank and he's trying to take as much as he could get. He gonna take care of Hunter Biden's kids. He gonna take care of his grandkids. But when it comes to your kids, he's gonna say, screw them. There is zero bad that you could find in what's going on right now. You can't point out a single thing wrong with what Trump is doing and what Nicki is doing. But you'll try to find something. Let's listen to this chick.
But I agree. I think it's exactly what you said. I think people are starting to declare. We are getting very straightforward answers as to where everybody stands. And I think we'll be better for it, right? There's clarity now around what's happening. And with Nicki Minaj and Donald Trump, they seem to be getting along swimmingly. Even after her statement, they held hands behind the podium.
Here's the deal. You tell him you love him, you got a friend forever.
Yeah. And
100%. And that's the way it should be. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. Black folks have this mindset where they believe that somebody just gonna give them something because they like them. Oh yeah, here, take this, do this, you can get this. What do we got to give in return? Nothing. They keep telling you don't got to give us nothing in return. But every time you give to them and go behind them, you're losing ground. You're losing ground. What are you gaining? Nothing. Nothing at all. You're losing ground. There's no such thing as altruism. That's bullshit. There's only altruism between maybe a mother and her child or a father and his child. And even then, the child is their continued legacy, so they do benefit in some way. We got some liberals here, which is fine. I love Michi 9166. Michi, if you want to come up, you're more than welcome to hop up here, dude. I'll give you the link in the comments. You could click up and come up. Yeah, because I want you to tell me, okay, Donald Trump is a disgrace to all humans, including conservatives. Okay, that doesn't do anything for me. I want to know what Donald Trump is doing wrong that negatively impacts me, my family, and my community. That's all I want to know. What is he doing that impacts my family, my community, and the people I love in a negative way? Because all I see is if I have a kid from now, if I have a kid between now and 2028, my kid's going to get $1,000 investment into a IRA account, right? And that account will be eligible for matching deposits from his employers. The government and different people who want this expedited citizenship will be invested into this account. I mean, what's wrong with that? It will be it will match the S&P in the S&P 500, NASDAQ, all that stuff. I don't see what's wrong with that. You got to tell me where I'm losing. I'm playing with house money. I'm playing with house money. Your kids are going to get to play with house money, bro. That's one thing I love Miss Berry. Miss Berry, if she send me money, like on Cash App or something, through contributions, Miss Berry don't send me cash. She sends me stocks. Miss Berry sends me stock through Cash App. I have like a whole little portfolio in Cash App because of Miss Berry. When she sent it all to me, it's probably worth about $60 or $70. That thing is worth like $200 and something now. So I understand exactly what Donald Trump is trying to do for the American children. And I think I was able to get rid of that lag, guys. Let me know. I did a couple of things. Man, I'm telling you, house money. Your kid is now playing with house money. So what I did specifically, I closed all those tabs I had open that I didn't know about. Then I changed the performance on my laptop. So we should be good. I'm not picking up any lag right now. So we should be solid. RF, what up, my brother? Go ahead.
Hey, what's going on? No, I just want to say there is nothing these people can say that's negative about Donald Trump's plan. This plan that they're just it's because it's Trump is why they are so outraged. They're so mad. They're so just inflamed. And Nicki Minaj is just the icing on the cake because he just expected her to be a Megan Thee Stallion and a Cardi B to be on stage twerking and doing all this bull crap like they did for Kamala Harris, and she's not doing none of that. She's actually sticking up for what she believes in just because she's conservative. Well, I don't even know if she's actually conservative, but she likes Donald Trump and she likes his plans. So these people can't come up with anything negative except that it's Donald Trump. And, they're protesting, they're in the streets, all this stuff. None of them were out there in the streets when Obama deported all these people, but now they're outraged. What I don't want Trump to do is to let lawlessness take over in places like Minnesota, where they all come out in the streets, where they're encouraged by these governors, mayors, and city officials to come out and confront ICE and federal agents to get them killed and hurt, so they can, for political points, for these people to say to get them out the streets. No, we cannot be ruled by mob law. He has got to go in and do what he set out to do and not let these officials come in and push ICE and federal agents out from taking these illegals out. Because I don't care if it can be a person that raped somebody, a person that was a molester or whatever. Whoever they're coming to pick up, these idiots are going to go out there and they're going to protest. I saw a video where they went to go pick up a gang member that shot somebody, and they still in the streets talking about let him go, leave him alone. And see, these people are idiots. There's nothing you can do for these people. They're total idiots. And Ilhan Omar and her fake attack yesterday, that was the fakest attack I've ever seen in my whole life. She's trying to distract from her $44 million net worth gain that Trump tweeted about. So these people, they're idiots. They're dumb. They don't even know. They don't even know what they're protesting. They don't know what they're protesting. That's all.
Yeah, it's they don't know, they know, but they don't care. They're doing it. Most of them, a lot of them are being paid. So when the governor finally called in the National Guard or the state police to handle them, right? Guess what? All of a sudden, all the people with the mask, the Antifa, whatever you want to call them, they're gone. They disappeared. They evaporated into thin freaking air, right?
Right.
Now, we're looking at a situation with this guy, Alex Pretti, right? This guy is not the angelic nurse, male nurse that we thought he was.
Oh yeah, and he 2 days before this, he was already on their radar because he confronted them before.
That was 11
I
days.
just saw on the
11 days. 11 days before.
11 days before. So he was looking for it.
Exactly. So yeah. Everything is coming out. We have these signal
This
groups.
is a moment
We have these signal groups, and guys, I'm still depending on you to tell me whether there's lag or anything like that. I actually think we have some lag right now because it looks like
sounds good. I got you on the TV and on here, so I don't hear a lag.
Do you see any lag on the screen, like as far as like the movement of my lips and all that?
No.
Because on my phone it looks like I'm getting lag, so maybe my phone is deceiving me.
I'm watching on YouTube on my TV, and I'm on my phone, so I don't see anything. There's no lag.
Okay, word. So we're good. Okay, guys, and you guys in the comments, tell me if you're seeing any lag or anything like that. I need to know, but it could all be just my devices, man. I got some mess going on here. I don't know what it is, but whatever. We're good as long as you guys can all see me and we're good and you can hear me. There's a little bit of a delay on your side from me talking, so maybe it'll pop up soon. But anyway, so the whole thing is that these people, we have the signal groups now, where you're finding out that these people have been orchestrating this stuff from the beginning. So these are not just a bunch of innocent bystanders. These are not a bunch of people who are just like, oh, we're out here just trying to fight for immigrants. We love them so much. That's not what you're dealing with here. You're dealing with people who are operating like a paramilitary force, officers, medics, generals, and everything else. And they are conspiring, right? Not even conspiring. Well, yeah, they're scheming, right? To obstruct law enforcement.
Right.
That is a
Vehicles.
federal crime. That is
Right.
a federal crime. That's like me and you being in our city and saying, look, all we gonna do is sit around all night, listen to the
Radio signals and whatever.
right, exactly. Listen to the freaking what is it called? What's the official name of it?
They have, it's like a
The
something
little
where you can
CB.
monitor CB they can monitor the airwaves and see people communicating and stuff. Yeah.
Right, exactly, right. Listen to the little radio, and then everywhere the police go, we're gonna go there and we're gonna interfere with them doing what they're getting paid to do. Everywhere they go, we're gonna get in their way, obstruct, protest, stand in the way, put our cars in between them and the criminals. Right,
aggressively, phones with 2 inches in front of their face, pushing,
spitting on them.
full body gear, gas masks, helmets. How are you protesting? I mean, shit. Even the civil rights protesters didn't have on all that body gear. And
We didn't even do civil rights protesters. Didn't even do nothing. These people are doing.
No,
they love taking our struggle. They love taking our situation, and they trying to use that
go
as
blank on my screen.
No, I know I fixed it. But
okay.
They love using what we went through and trying to compare it to what they're doing. And
no. Yeah.
Go ahead.
And they're trying to get black people. They want to get black people so bad to get in this struggle big time. You see Don Lemon out here, invading these churches, and he got those 2 black women that he drugged into that church. They got arrested. These black idiots out here, mainly a lot of black women are out here, and black men too, out here in the streets protesting. Why are you in this game? Why are you fight? These people would not fight for you if it was the roles were reversed. Why are you out here in the streets fighting for these people? And Don Lemon is an idiot. I wish he had gotten arrested. Look like he's not going to get arrested, but man, I saw an interview where he was with this Hispanic lady talking about it's not illegal to cross the border, and it's a what do you say? It's like a misdemeanor. It's not this. It's not that. She's like, well, if it's not a crime, then why is it a misdemeanor? He couldn't even answer that question. They're trying to drag the black community in this thing so bad. And I hope they don't catch the bait, because you got idiots like Roland Martin, Al Sharpton, all the Obama out here trying to get black people involved in this struggle. And please do not take the bait. We do not need to be out in these streets doing any of this stuff. But it looks like it's just a bunch of black lesbians out here that's in the forefront. And that's doing out here protesting. But man, I told them I wouldn't lift a finger for none of this bullshit. And if somebody asks you for your ID, big fucking deal. Show them your ID. Okay, I'm a citizen. Here you go. And these people want to resist, like the Somali girl with the big band-aid on her head. Oh, I was pushed. I was this, and
bro,
then,
she spit on them.
Yeah, she spit up, and she ain't have her head wasn't even injured. They have video of her inside the police station. She didn't have one bruise.
Stabbed.
Yeah, one bruise, one mark, or nothing like that, man. And everyone's so crazy about being asked about providing the ID. And the little kid, the guy talking about they used the kid as bait. The father jumped out of the goddamn truck
and ran and left the kid.
And left the kid. And the Democrats are in the thing talking about we need to release him. We need to do all this. We need to do all that. No, the father left his own freaking child to save himself.
Right. They listen, they have these people in full reaction mode. They're not even waiting for the facts to come out. Soon as they hear about something, they're just immediately jumping on it. They couldn't care less. They're like, oh, somebody said little Timmy fell in the pool. They're gonna run down in and dive head first into the pool. They're not even gonna see if it's real. And that's what a psyop is. Once they get you going emotionally, it gets to the point where you can't even stop yourself. Right. But that's the nature of people. It's like a pack of wild dogs. Once a couple dogs get going, the other dog's just going to react off of instinct. They're not even thinking. They're just locked in chasing the freaking chasing the damn carrot. So
what's crazy is they don't care. The guy can be a sex offender, a child predator. They kill Mauro Brego, beat his wife. They don't care. They want these. They want to keep these people at all. They don't care what these people did. They don't care. They say if they say there's a criminal here, he just killed somebody. Oh no, no, you can't kill as long as he's paying his taxes and he got to cross the board. They don't care. That they are so irrational. The Democrats are so irrational. Everybody putting out these tweets. I saw the video, Obama, of the young child being held as bait, but they always miss out. They always leave out key little parts. You know, they always say the father jumped out of the truck and abandoned the kid to save himself. You know, they always miss out on key parts, just like the lesbian lady. What's she go, speed off, run them over, or some bullshit she was saying. So, you know, this is crazy. I mean, I just think Trump needs to double down. I don't know what his strategy is going to be going forward with going into these cities and getting these people out, but you know, they need to enact some kind of law for obstruction, make it a federal offense. That's what they need to do.
hey, 100%, man. I'm with you. I'm with you. So I think what might be going on with me on these devices that I have, we probably I probably have my phone set to like a low resolution or like a too high of a resolution. And so it probably was making my phone lag and you guys' stuff is not lagging. But I'm glad. So you haven't been seeing any lagging other than that blinking of the screen?
No, I don't see anything because I got you on two screens. I got you on, like I said, it looks normal. There's nothing out of whack as far as it was what I'm seeing, and probably the
Okay.
audience too.
Cool. Shout out to Gangland Neem in the building. Shout out to him. Good to have you here. But thank you, RF. Thank you for coming up.
All right, take it easy.
Guys, we got to move on because you've all been hearing the crazy stuff about this man, Alex Pretti, the angelic male nurse who took a gun in two fully loaded magazines to a unlawful assembly, got into it with ICE agents, fought with them, and ended up getting exterminated. Well, the image that they painted of Alex Pretti, he was just showing up. He had a gun, obviously, on him. He did not have a permit in his possession. He did not have an ID in his possession. Both of these are felonies. If you are carrying around a weapon, and even if it is an open carry or concealed carry, and you do not have your permit with you, you are committing a felony. He brought neither. So 11 days ago, 11 days before the incident, there's a media outlet called the News Movement, and they are now releasing video which appears to be a man. Well, it's a man who looks an awful like Alex Pretti. So right now, guys, I had lag. Yeah, you lagging. Yeah. Okay, I got you. I am lagging. Okay, cool. So it's a man who appears to be Alex Pretti, and he is going at it with ICE agents in the street. And I want to show you this video because this is absolutely nuts. I want to show you this because this is crazy. And we are lagging. I got to get it fixed, but we're gonna make it happen. Anyway, I probably need, you know what I probably need to do? I probably need to just restart my router. I didn't even think about that, guys. But earlier today, I did a little test run and it seemed to be working. Everything went really smooth with no lag. So it's just something about this time, man. Maybe I need to get some more bandwidth or something. But okay, so check this out. The man right here that you see standing right next to the SUV, this SUV is an SUV with ICE agents inside. Okay. And what I'm thinking is, well, what we're all assuming is that this guy, Alex Pretti, is this man standing right next to the SUV. Looks just like him, right? Identical. It is him, pretty much. And watch this interaction he has with law enforcement. It's nuts.
This is a moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Pretti interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him. Our footage was analyzed by the BBC, whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy. On the morning of January 13th, our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking a street at the corner of East 36 and Park Avenue in Minneapolis. We arrived around 10:15 a.m. We saw observers shouting at the agents as they walked back to their vehicles. When they started driving away, the man kicked their taillight. An agent then got out of the vehicle, grabbed him, and pushed him to the ground. During the altercation, agents fired tear gas and pepper balls into the crowd. They continued to hold the man down before they retreat and he walks away. The man in our footage is wearing a similar outfit to what Pretti was wearing on the day he was killed. What appears to be a gun is also visible above his waistband. Here, he continues to stand at the scene. On the day he was killed, the Department of Homeland Security claims Pretti, a 37-year-old ICU nurse, approached officers holding a handgun. That claim has been contradicted by analysis of bystander videos from multiple news investigations, which concluded that Pretti was holding a phone, not a gun, when he was pinned to the street. Shortly after the altercation we filmed here on January 13th, federal agents drove away. Soon after that, we left the scene.
Okay, so I know I'm going to get, okay, so I'm understanding the way this is working now. Okay, so guys, does that look like someone who's just simply peacefully protesting? That's what they sold you. That's the lie that they told you. They said, oh, this guy's just a peaceful protester. He wasn't doing anything. Do you understand that cars hit each other every day and don't completely knock the headlight out of its frame and make it and cause the headlight to be hanging by the cord? The man kicked the federal vehicle so hard, he basically obliterated the frame that it sits in. And he did that after he was spitting on federal agents. But they didn't show you that. You didn't know that about him. This guy looks like he's absolutely hysterical. And they get him. And here's the one thing that's funny. They'll say ICE is the Gestapo. ICE is evil. ICE is this. ICE is that. All I saw was ICE grab a crazy ass dude after because they could arrest him for vandalizing federal property. They pinned him down. Hey, dude, calm the fuck down. He has a gun on him too, and they didn't do anything to him. So you're telling me that this is the Gestapo and all they want to do is kill him? They've already had an interaction with Alex being armed. And he left just fine. He was alive. But did you hear that his parents said that they were like, we told Alex to stop confronting ICE. They warned him. They warned their son. What you're doing can lead to you getting hurt or killed. Alex still went out there. Alex still went out there doing craziness. That guy is unhinged. That looked like a dude who beat up on his girlfriend or his wife the way he was out there acting. You keep saying, oh, these are peaceful protests. Peaceful is spitting on federal agents, kicking their vehicles, doing God knows what, throwing one guy threw a thing and hit a federal agent in the head, and bro was bleeding all over the place. But you keep telling us we're watching these violent riots. They're violent riots. But you keep saying, no. These are peaceful protests. We just saw your girlfriend come out the bathroom with 5 guys. But she's a lady and she would never do anything crazy, do anything whorish. Don't believe your lying eyes. Just believe what we tell you, because we need you to believe that so you can believe that this is peaceful. The guy was, in my opinion, he was a violent terrorist who was seeking to intimidate law enforcement in an effort to deter them from doing their job. What is that called? That's called a felony. I'm just telling you, the sheer force with which he kicked that car, bro, was past the point of reason. And that's what they're saying. We're so filled with rage. We're so filled with rage. Well, what if the ICE agent got filled with rage and just came and put a hole in your chest? It's not right and it's not fair. But these people, they talk about fairness, equality, and all this crap, but they don't really believe in it. They only want fairness and equality until you disagree with what they believe politically. Then it turns into intimidation and violence. These dudes are like the mob. Yeah, Fat Tony might be nice to you initially. He might sit you down at the table and, pal around with you. But the minute you go against him, or the minute what you want comes into conflict with what he wants, you're going to be sleeping with the fishes. That's it. That's it. What's the thing guy, Luca Brasi? That's you. And this is exactly what's going on. And it is so bad. Things are happening like what we got to talk about next. So you might see a little lag because so I'm looking at this on my own thing. And yes, so there's definitely a little lag when I switch from tab to tab. So you guys are gonna just have to live with that right now. So when I switch tabs, I get lag. When I switch back, it comes back. So don't worry about it. We're gonna be frozen a little bit until we get everything squared away. So I want to pull up this situation with Ilhan Omar, man. I don't know if you guys saw what happened with Ilhan Omar and her. I don't even want to talk because you guys can't even see my lips moving, right? So let me just, I don't know how I'm going to hold on. Let me see if I can do this. Okay. Maybe I could do it like this. Okay. It looks like it's working. It looks like it's working right now. Okay. So, yeah, we still going to have a little lag, but whatever. Okay. So. Okay, we have to watch this, guys. We have to watch this. So let me do this. Hold on. Okay, so we have Ilhan Omar, and she was quote unquote attacked by a random man who was at her town hall style meeting. Refresh my cam. That could be a possibility. Why refresh it? Let me see. I don't even know how to do that. Let me see. Camera. All right, let's see if that helped us out. I think I just refreshed it. Okay, so if it keeps doing it, I'll just refresh the whole page and then we'll be where we are. Anyway, so let's play this.
Breaking tonight, someone rushed up to Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, spraying her with an unknown liquid. It happened during a town hall in North Minneapolis.
As the man moved in to confront her, somebody tackled him. Fox 9's Mike Manzoni is following the developments from our live center tonight. And Mike, this happened right after she called on Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem to resign.
And Kelsey and Randy, that is when you see the man run up to the podium with his arm extended. He then sprays some kind of liquid at her from a syringe before another man tackles him. Here's video showing that moment.
I don't know.
And you saw there Omar walk toward the man after someone grabbed him. She then returned to the podium to finish her speech. That is when she again called for Noem to resign, adding that Congress would try to impeach her if she doesn't.
This moment in U.S. history, and particularly in Minnesota, requires all of us to be working together to preserve our democracy. When we say we are going to put our lives on the line for what is our right, we mean that.
And within the last 45 minutes or so, Omar reacted to the attack, writing on X, quote, "I'm okay, I'm a survivor, so this small agitator isn't going to intimidate me from doing my work." It continues, "I don't let bullies win. Grateful to my incredible constituents who rallied behind me." It ends with Minnesota strong. In Minneapolis, police arrested the man in that video and booked him into the jail for third-degree assault. Investigators say they also sent a forensics team to the scene. In the live center tonight, Mike Manzoni, Fox 9.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
So you attack a sitting congresswoman. So you attack a sitting congresswoman and you're just booked with a chemical agent. No one knows what it was, right? And the only thing that happens is you're booked for third-degree assault. I mean, let's be realistic. What is the punishment for third? Let me see. What is the punishment for third-degree assault? Let me see real quick. Hold on. Okay, so basically, if you don't inflict any like bodily harm, a broken bone, so I'm back. Okay, so now I know every time I go off the tab, it's gonna do that. So if you don't inflict a broken bone, bodily harm, or whatever, you're basically gonna get a $10,000 fine. That's it. In Minnesota, third-degree assault, if you don't inflict bodily harm, if you don't break a bone or something or blind a person, you are going to get a $10,000 fine. If that doesn't scream orchestrated, I don't know what does. What person, because we know it was water in the syringe, right? We know what we know it was water. Yeah, George Bush died. Somebody said George Bush would have died. Remember the dude in Iraq or something threw the shoes at bro? George Bush was like, don't you know I used to? Hey, George Bush would have got up on bro. Low key. Hey, the way bro dodged those shoes, bro literally, bro had the reflexes of an old cat. But who attacks an official with a syringe full of water? Like, let's be realistic. And Ilhan Omar actually wants you to believe that that's real. She thinks she believes you are so dumb that you're going to believe that that's real. Someone attacked me with a shoe as I live and breathe. Ain't that about nothing? I mean, not a shoe, with a syringe with water in it. I'm tripping. I'm thinking about George W. Bush. But he's not George Bush Jr. He's George W. Bush. The middle name is different. His dad is George H.W. Bush. But so yeah, this is what we're in. This is what we're dealing with. And some people are even saying that right before the dude attacked her, they're saying she gave him like a wink and a nod.
That moment.
See, if you look at the clips, from the news outlets, they're clipping it to right after. But there are people saying that she gave bro like a wink and a nod, like, okay, now go ahead. I really want to find the video on X. X has the video. I'm a lag again, guys. I'm gonna fix it. It'll be fixed by next time. Was absolutely so I'm looking up the video. As a matter of fact, what I think I'll do, I'll switch to this integrated. Yeah. I switched to integrated. It doesn't matter. Y'all, we here. We up in this thing. Oh no, it's doing it on everyone. It's doing it on all of them. Okay. So now I know at least. It's not the camera issue then. Let me play this. Okay. I want you guys to see the full attack. I want you guys to see the full attack. And then you guys can see. This is so funny. It don't get no better than this. I swear to God. All right. Let me go here. Actually, I'll go there. All right. So here's the full attack. So you guys can see it. Tell me what you see. Do you see her kind of looking at somebody and giving them a little nod, telling them to go ahead? Now, let's see.
Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment.
Why did it happen right at that point? Soon as she said Noem needs to resign or face impeachment, this guy comes out of nowhere. Like, this woman has a security detail. Like, this woman has a full security detail, full security. You mean to tell me they let this guy get this close? Come on. Let's be realistic, guys.
Or face impeachment.
Soon as she brings up Kristi Noem.
Resign or face impeachment.
He says something like, you're resigning. But watch this. Watch when the guy grabs him. I want you to pay attention very closely to when the guy grabs him. Watch how the dude, he like, it's almost like he poses for the camera. Right there. Wow. See, right there. It's like, why are you getting close to him? What was she gonna do? Violent Somalian? She is ready to beat bro up. Man. Look at, she's going towards this dude. We don't let. So a random drunk, it looks like, he sprays you with some substance that you don't know what it is. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna run up on bro. You don't know if bro got a knife. You don't know if bro got a gun. You don't know what he has it on him. And your answer as a logically thinking person is, let me run up on bro. That don't add up. That doesn't add up no matter how you slice it. She's like, I'm going to run up on this dude. To do what, Ilhan? She's tiny. But this is what I'm telling you. This is how you know that this is, I'm telling you, this crap is fake. This is fake as hell, if you ask me. But I could be wrong. Who am I? Who am I? I am but a man. I am but a man of little means. Shooter McGavin. Bro hit him. He hit her with the syringe full of water, bro. And they trying to call this an assassination attempt. It's a hoax. Just like every other thing the Democrat Party does. This is a pure freaking hoax, man. But hey, because it's high. All Gas No Brakes said especially Africans are known for throwing acid. I need some tech experts in this joint. You know what I could do? So what I did, guys, is when I came in with through another browser. Chrome, it could be Chrome. So let's see if switching the browser helps us out. You're gonna know right now, actually. Because I believe that's Chrome doing that. Oh, nope, I see it here too. Where are my techies, man? I know we got some techies up in here. It looks like it's trying to get right. But yeah, it definitely looks like it's doing better. What do you guys think? Because right now I'm clicked off of the tab. So I'm moving my head from side to side and I'm watching myself. I'm moving my head you guys will be able to see it in a few seconds. Yeah. Yeah. I think it was that Chrome tab, honestly. Yeah, I think it was the Chrome tab. It was vinegar, apple cider. Apples, it should have been soap and water. Because you know some of them folks be stinking. Should have been you want to tell you I was taking a plane. I'll tell you a quick story, my Somalian experience. I was taking a plane to Ethiopia. And for some reason there were a bunch of Somalis on this plane. You can tell Somali, if you've been to East Africa enough, you could tell Somalis from Ethiopians, because if you go to like places in Kenya, like Lamu, which is right on the border of Ethiopia and Somalia, right on the border of Kenya and Somalia, there's a lot of Somalis right there, and a lot of terrorists too, because they kidnap people, Americans and stuff, and hold them for ransom. So I was in Lamu, hanging out at a resort because I like to live dangerously like 007. But dude, these Somalis were on this plane, and man, when I tell you, in their culture back home where they come from, they don't allow their women to use deodorant, right? They don't allow their women to, like, I don't even think they allow them to use soap, bro. They just hitting the pussy with water or something. But basically, I get on this plane, and the smell of pure, unadulterated musk hits my freaking nostrils like a mallet. Dude, it was the funkiest shit I've ever smelled in my life. I'm not joking with you in any way, shape, or form. It was so funky on that plane, right? Me and a couple of other me and a couple of others from Polite Bathing Society were like, dude, what is that funky smell? So the flight attendants, they take coffee bags, literally bags of coffee, and they stick them under their seats and in the back of their chair. So, you know, in the back of a chair, if y'all ever been on a plane international, they have like a little storage bag, a storage little net where you can put stuff, your cell phone, whatever. They stuck like 5 coffee bags under these people's seats. Yeah, so funky is our story. Then they stuff coffee bags in the back of their chair. So you basically get the smell of coffee to either hide, or maybe the coffee bags absorb the odor of these ladies. And I'm talking about from old to young, they was musty, dog. And the thing is, they're wearing layers, like these like burkas or whatever they're called. They have like 2 or 3 of them on. And here's the bad part. Every single woman getting on the plane, these dudes got loot, right? You know they're doing fraud, because every single person getting on the plane, they have like 10 kids. And I'm not talking about like older kids, little children. In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I'm adding it up. If I pay $1,500 for this ticket, and bro got to pay for a seat for every last one of these kids, bro got 10 kids, plus his mama, plus his wife mama, plus his wife, plus him, 2 brothers, whatever. Bro, they didn't spend like damn near $20,000 just to travel. Just that's like, well, that probably round trip. These people are spending like $10,000 to $20,000 just to go on a trip with all them damn kids. Luggage, forget about it. These people is putting 10 and 11 and 15 suitcases on every plane and getting on there musty. They didn't leave a thing back home but soap and water, bro. And the women are wearing layers, right? And so they're dealing with these kids, and these kids is bad as fuck. These kids are like, this is what your kids would act like if no one ever told them no about anything. They screaming, they hollering, they climbing on seats, all this stuff, bro. Worst part of flying to Africa ever if you get on with Somalians or any Muslim, in my opinion. Bro, when I tell you that, but that's also how you kind of know you're safe too, because if it's a bunch of kids on there, low likelihood that they're gonna blow the motherfucker up. But here's the thing. So they're dealing with these kids, and they're like picking the kids up, putting them down, moving the kids. They standing up, bending over, ass in your face. Bro, straight boo-boo. Dude, straight boo-boo. And you're just looking at this chick like, I don't care if the baby climbs all over my body and climbs over my shoulder, but you, ma'am, please stop swinging that ass around. You know this ass is stinking. Y'all nostrils are not immune. That's hut booty right there. You'll sleep up in a cave with Osama with that stanky ass booty. Dude, and they're swinging this bitch around, bro. Swinging it. Like, I could see if you move discreetly, you know what I'm saying? These bitches on there moving like Janet Jackson on fucking Rhythm Nation, bro. Trying to get these kids. And the odors, the odors hike it. They hit, bro. Listen, bro. Azaziel, I ain't about to get jumped by a bunch of damn Somalian pirates on a damn plane. I just covered my nose. Like, I told you I come from polite society. Y'all playing games, bro. I ain't about to get into it with I am the captain now. Motherfucker might light that bitch up with me in it. Hell no, they win. But dude, if they dogpile you, you're dead from the odor, my nigga. That's chemical warfare the way that must be hitting. My nose hairs were singed. They weren't singed. They were 3rd-degree burns on my nose hairs, bro. But I'm telling you, when you talk about something funky, Funk ain't the word. Funk ain't the word. I smelled some strong smells in Kenya. I smelled some strong smells in South Africa. Some strong smells, right? Some. My nigga, there is nothing like Somalian stench. I'm telling you, Somali grandma booty is the funkiest thing on earth. Man, they need to make that shit a season in Top Ramen, nigga. Put that shit in packets and sell it to the devil. That's how much that shit stank, bro. I have never, since I did that like twice, because I was just trying to get a cheap price on a ticket. Never again, bro. Never again. Put me on KLM, my nigga, with the white folks. See, I realized something. We on a plane, when you catch like Ethiopia or something like that, Qatar Airways and shit, it don't be no white people on the plane. And I was like, oh, these white people racist. The plane landed. I got here. I'm Gucci. No, they don't want to smell that shit smell. They don't want to smell that stink. They like, bruh. And you get on the white airlines, KLM, Air France and stuff, they be packed in there on top of each other. And if you get on the other Ethiopia, you get a little bit more leg room. You might be able to lay across the back of the seat or something, because you might be able to lay across the whole row because there's less people on there. But it's less people on there because don't nobody want to be smelling that stank. Let's go, Tall Sean. I worked at the airport when their plane landed and they walked through. It's outrageous. 100%, bro. Take me through that. Take me through that. That song will be playing in your head. 48% of Somalians are products of first and second marriages. Yeah, those some nasty MF. Jesus. I never knew what country it was. I just knew it was an African country. Oh, yeah, it's for sure Somalia. I'm telling you that right now. Ethiopia, beautiful ladies, smelling good. Because if you get on Ethiopia Airways, obviously the flight attendants are going to be Ethiopian, right? Those chicks are the most beautiful, nicest, smelling good. The head flight attendant, they let her wear like the white little wrap down, sexy as hell, smelling good, smelling like flowers and stuff. Who them Somalians, bro? And I love all African people, all black people. I got a love for all my people, including Somalians, including but not limited to. I live in a Somali community. Somebody was calling me broke the other day on Facebook. You're broke. You don't have this. You live in an apartment and shit. I got 3 apartments, bro. It's fine. But I live in one of my apartments is in a Somali community in Kenya. It's all Somalians. I don't smell the same stench off of the Somalians that live in Kenya in places like South C, South B, Eastleigh. But the ones who you kind of know going back to Somalia, yeah, bro, nah. You know when the booty smells like cedarwood chips after it rains. I like that. That don't smell like no cedarwood chips, bro. That smell. You know how when you smell human poop outside, that's how it smells. You can tell when it's human poop versus when it's like dog shit. Yeah. Something like that. Something around that area, nigga. Like, ooh, musty. I'm like, it's so musty. It's like, damn, they're like, how did y'all even let these people get on the plane? How did they let these people get on the plane, bro? It's wild to me. But hey, ooh, activist Shirley Raines found dead at 58. So what? I don't know. We got about 5 minutes. I'm sure. Guys, we talked about Trump accounts. They're saying that these weight loss drugs are causing serious harm. So there's thousands of lawsuits against them. Ooh. I don't. South Korea is about to sentence a former first lady. Trump is selling the Venezuelan oil. There's a lot going on in the world, man. Oh, did you guys hear about? Nah, I ain't saying that. Nah. Yeah, don't come around Bucci with the unsanitized coochie. Pause. No offense. This is why nobody want to watch me, because I'm too vulgar. So guys, listen. What I want to talk about right now is something that I almost forgot. I think I've gotten rid of the lag situation. We're gonna see in about 3 seconds here, because I just clicked off the page. So I'm saying we're gonna see in about 3 seconds here. Almost, yeah. I saw a little bit of lag. There's a little bit of lag, but I feel like this Edge the browser is much better. What I want to do is I want to talk about this Iran situation. Have you guys heard about what's going on with Trump threatening Iran? He's sending some carriers or something over there, and I don't know the details, but I'm damn sure about to find out, and y'all gonna find out with me. Sneeko, man, this guy Sneeko is getting like so Trump is beefing with Iran. Seems like there's a lot of people on tonight. Okay, here we go. All right, Trump Armada. Trump sends massive fleet of warships to Iran. He's not playing, y'all. He knows you're mad, but it's not his fault. Trump is like not playing with Iran. And I don't think he should. Because I'm going to be real with you. Trump saved Iran from Israel. Like, the only reason there is a them right now is because Trump legit like told Israel, stall them out. Oh, Imati Princess, I'm your fan in Iran. I can help you with that. Hi, by the way. Hey, yeah, okay. I like that you listen. Oh, Iranian people waiting for him. Yeah, if you want to come up here, you can. I remember you from last time you were watching. Yeah, you want to come tell us about what's going down? How are you even on the internet? I thought they blocked out the internet. She got that Starlink. Wait, I love my international viewers. Let's see what they're talking about so we can get up to speed on this.
We have some breaking news to get to and more developments coming out of Iran on this Wednesday morning. Taking a look here at a social media post that I want to bring up, posted by President Donald Trump. And this is on an armada that is being sent there. So this was via Truth Social, the president saying this, quote, a massive armada is heading to Iran. It is moving quickly with great power, enthusiasm, and purpose. It is a larger fleet headed by the great aircraft carrier Abraham Lincoln than that sent to Venezuela. Like with Venezuela, it is ready, willing, and able to rapidly fulfill its mission with speed and violence if necessary. Hopefully, Iran will quickly come to the table and negotiate a fair and equitable deal. No nuclear weapons, one that is good for all parties. Time is running out. It is truly of the essence. As I told Iran once before, make a deal. They didn't, and there was Operation Midnight Hammer, a major destruction of Iran. The next attack will be far worse. Don't make that happen again. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Bringing us out to this live image that we have of the White House over in Washington, D.C. And I just want to recap some of the latest reporting courtesy of the Associated Press. So as we did break the fact that the president has announced that a massive armada is heading to Iran via his social media platform, Truth Social, the AP most recently also saying this, that President Trump warned also other countries there in that area, including Iraq, this happening on Tuesday, that the U.S. would no longer support the country if its former prime minister returns to power. Concerning Iraq, Trump made the threat days after the dominant political bloc known as the Coordination Framework, which is a collection of parties, announced it was backing the nomination of the former prime minister, who the U.S. administration views as too close to Iran. Now, a lot of headlines were coming out of the Middle East this week. As you know, also the final remains of a hostage that was still being held by Hamas were returned as well to Israel. We're following all of these developments very closely, but these protests in Iran do continue as well. The AP saying this, that Iranian officials reached out to the wider Middle East on Wednesday, so today, over the threat of a possible U.S. military strike on the country. It comes a month since the start of protests in Iran that soon spread nationwide and sparked a bloody crackdown. Two nations, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, have signaled they will not allow their airspace to be used for any attack, but America has moved the USS Abraham Lincoln and several guided missile destroyers into the region, which can be used to launch attacks from the sea. And that goes back to the post that we showcased from President Trump. Now, it remains unclear what President Trump will decide about using force, though he laid down two red lines: the killing of peaceful demonstrators and the possible mass execution of detainees. The protests saw more than 6,000 people killed as Iran launched a bloody crackdown on those demonstrations, with many others feared dead. That's according to what activists had to say on Wednesday. Now, I'm monitoring the situation very closely. Also, Iran's state-run media, which now only refers to protesters as terrorists, remains the sole source of news for many, as Tehran cut off access to the global internet some 3 weeks ago. But Iranians have become angry and anxious in the weeks since, seeing footage of protesters shot and killed while worrying about what may happen next as the country's economy sinks further. Just want to bring up here one more time that social media post via Truth Social by President Trump. A massive armada is heading to Iran. It is moving quickly with great power, enthusiasm, and purpose. He finishes off by saying that time is running out and it is truly of the essence, saying, quote, "As I told Iran once before, make a deal. They didn't, and there was Operation Midnight Hammer, a major destruction of Iran. The next attack will be far worse. Don't make that happen again."
Okay, so there you have it. Trump is making it very clear. He's not playing games with Iran. He's serious. He's telling them they better not be killing protesters. And you have to say there's a bit of hypocrisy there. Because there's protesters that are dying in America. And he's telling Iran don't kill any protesters. But obviously my mind goes to the fact that the protesters in America are like actually trying to fight with ICE, which I'm sure the protesters there are fighting with the Iranian Royal Guard or whatever it's called. So, slow internet. So tell me, since last time I was here, 30,000 killed. See, that's a whole nother level. She says 11,000 people killed in her city. One of y'all better go rescue her from Iran. See, that's what I'm talking about. You get like an agitator who's like attacking ICE agents. He gets killed trying to pull a gun, or they think he's pulling a gun. Then you got something like 30,000 people killed in Iran. Protesters. Come on, guys. This is who they're trying to convince you that Donald Trump is. Ain't no 30,000 of nothing got killed in America. Well, America didn't even kill 30,000 cockroaches in the last 2 months. But see, that's the difference. That's fascism. That's a dictator. That's all that. They're trying to convince you that Trump is that. And you just think like these people don't even know what a dictator is. Like the true dictators, the true people slaughtering their innocent civilians are the people that the liberals support. They're all up Trump's butt, but the people that they support and cheer on are the ones really slaughtering people mercilessly. Make that make sense, because it doesn't make a lick of sense to me. But hey, it is what it is. Thank you, Amati Princess. You need to get the hell out of Iran. I wish you could come up, because let me see. So she said, I study IT, and with some special protocols, you can connect. However, they reduced the internet bandwidth from 100 to 20. Damn. Okay, so you might be able to tap in, but not a lot. Yeah. Can you tell me one thing since you're in IT? Are they using Starlink over there? Because I heard I heard he moved a Starlink satellite over there, and then the Iranian government asked him to remove the Starlink satellite, like basically make it to where Starlink couldn't be used out of Iran. But man, listen, I'm not gonna say I don't understand why Iran would do something like that, because look at the crap that's going on in America. Now, I'm not condoning that. I'm not saying America should do that, but I can see why a country would be like, nah, we're gonna shut down the internet. Because people use the internet to like paint pictures of things that are not real or not an accurate representation of what's going on the ground. Now, would I ever support any government shutting down the internet? Hell no. But what I believe is something like that would happen under Democrats before it happened under Republicans. I mean, if you if you really think about it, everything that they tell you that ICE is and ICE is doing, they're the ones doing it. They're like, oh, we're at hotels hunting ICE agents, invading hotels. Okay, what are you, when you're fighting to get inside the hotel, what are you planning to do once you gain access to the hotel? What are you planning to do once you find the ICE agents? That's my question. You want to find them so you can stick a phone in their face? Look at this pig. Look at this bastard sleeping. Look at him trying to drink some coffee. It's just crazy to me. And if I was an ICE agent, I would feel like, yo, these people are going to do something to me. Starlink made the world know about these killings. Not everybody, but there are like a few Starlinks in some cities. Okay. Oh yeah, of course. Of course. The Dems, of course, the Dems support the Iran Royal Guard. Let me see. Brandon, these regime made us say death to America in school before going to class. Why do Dems support? Man, listen, thank you, Amati Princess. People really don't know how deep this rabbit hole goes, man. That people were going against Israel when they were going after Iran. And people got a lot of stuff to say about Israel. Israel is Israel. Listen, man. One thing I know for a fact is Israelis ain't trying to destroy America. That's what I know for a fact. As far as who I'm going to pick and who I'm going to hang out with and choose to be buddies with, I'm going to start with the country that doesn't scream death to America before every damn day at school. I mean, I have no dog in the fight. I really can't control anything that's going on in Israel or Iran. But I'm sorry, I'm going to have to side with the group that doesn't chant death to America before every damn day at school. It's crazy. So somebody is saying that Trump is issued.
Well, Sandra, President Trump is now
to Iran. And I want to know what it is. What it is.
now giving a dire warning to Iranian leadership, writing on Truth Social this morning that a massive armada is heading towards Iran and is ready to, quote, fulfill its mission with speed and violence if necessary. Chief National Security Correspondent Jennifer Griffin is tracking the latest for us on this. And Jennifer, it sounds like Iranian leaders are now responding with their own warning. What can you tell us?
That's right, Bill. In fact, the rhetoric is getting increasingly heated from the leaders in Iran. We have a statement from one of those leaders in which he said that any U.S. strike would be met with an immediate response, unprecedented, he described. We also heard from Iran's foreign minister that the armed forces in Iran have their fingers on the trigger, and the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei himself said that any illusion that any U.S. strikes would be limited is an illusion at that. The president, however, is deploying a clear carrot and stick strategy toward Iran. The USS Abraham Lincoln Aircraft Carrier Strike Group is now in CENTCOM control with its 3 guided missile destroyers and dozens of combat aircraft, including stealth F-35 fighter jets and F-A-18 fighter jets, and literally hundreds of Tomahawk cruise missiles capable of reaching Iranian targets. President Trump also offering an olive branch.
There's another beautiful armada floating beautifully toward Iran right now.
Oh,
So we'll
damn.
see. I hope they make a deal. I hope they make a deal. They should have made a deal the first time they'd have a country.
The protests may have ebbed, but they will spark up again in the future because this regime, unless they are willing to change and or leave, have no way of addressing the legitimate and consistent complaints of the people of Iran who deserve better. The U.S. Air Force is running regional military exercises this week to signal readiness. Officials see a real chance President Trump acts, but an equal chance Iran blinks.
He's setting the theater in a way that gives him lots of options in the near term and probably even for a little bit of a longer runway looking out into the future. So if tomorrow or a week from now or a month from now there were a strike on Iran by the United States or in concert with others, I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
I think if you are the Ayatollah and you look at the military buildup in the region, he has to wonder whether he will suffer the same fate as Maduro or something worse if he doesn't come to the negotiating table.
Iran's ambassador to the UN responded. Last time the U.S. blundered into wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, it squandered over $7 trillion and lost more than 7,000 American lives. Iran stands ready for dialogue based on mutual respect and interest, but if pushed, it will defend itself and respond like never before. Saudi Arabia, meanwhile, Bill said publicly it would not let anyone use its bases to attack Iran. Bill?
Yeah, at this point, Iran has to know the president is not bluffing. Jennifer Griffin, live here in Washington. Jen, thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.
All right, listen to Ainsley Earhart and what she says you should do. Our most compelling analysis. Okay, so there you have it. Trump is, I guess, apparently Trump is not playing with these dudes. He's not joking. He about that action. Trump is about that action. He ready to fight. Trump, it looked like Trump ready to beat a motherfucker down. And that's probably a huge change from the way these countries are used to interacting with America. Our resolution is clearing up. Okay. And I'm, I really don't care. You shouldn't be mistreating people. You shouldn't be killing thousands of people. It doesn't matter what they're saying. That right there was me. It doesn't matter what they're saying. If they want change in their government, they deserve it. If 100 million Americans were like, yo, we want to get rid of Trump, we hate him, you'd have to seriously consider what's being said. You'd have to seriously consider what's being said. But over here, I mean, at any point where you have a dude who's been in power for like 20, 30, 40, 50 years, whatever, come on, man, just get your ass out of office. You didn't stole everything you gonna get. At this point, you just a corrupt old geezer trying to hold on to power. It looks to me like the lagging has stopped significantly. I don't know about you guys, but to me, it's kind of seeming like the lagging has stopped. But we have General Keane. He has a warning for Iran. I'm also using this video just to test this out. But it doesn't look like we're lagging anymore, guys. I don't know why the lagging stopped, but we look good so far. So let's just pray for continued success. But I saw a slight lag, but it's very slight. But we still in this thing. So I want to hear what General Keane had to say about this situation. What if General Keane was your granddad? That'd be crazy, right?
A chilling warning from the Pentagon. Future wars may no longer be fought solely overseas.
Now, that's according to their new national defense strategy. It claims our enemies are gaining the ability to strike inside the U.S. with missiles and other advanced aerial attacks. Joining me now, retired four-star General Jack Keane. General, is the Golden Dome, the missile defense shield, now the #1 priority?
Yeah, it's right up there near the top, if not #1, certainly, and the expense associated with it would flag that as well. I mean, what's happening to us, certainly with the technology changes that have taken place, the ocean, which was always an added barrier for us in terms of protection, that is being diminished. Listen, since the end of World War II, we've had intercontinental ballistic missiles that can carry a nuclear warhead, so that has always been a threat. And we had mutually assured destruction, what we could do to the adversary while those missiles are in flight, guaranteed that we wouldn't use them against each other, and that's proved to be a very capable deterrence. But the fact is, the hypersonic glide missiles now that China circumnavigated the globe with back in July of 21, there's cruise missiles, ranges are being extended so that they can also go intercontinental. And obviously, we have drone technology. We saw the Ukrainians transport drones by truck into Russia and then launch them near air bases and take down significant numbers of bomber aircraft. That could take place inside the United States. And the Pentagon is recognizing that, and they're developing a counter-drone strategy for all of our military bases in the United States and also overseas. And then the third system that's serious is China, Russia, and to a lesser degree, Iran's capability to use cyber espionage against the United States. In other words, if we were in conflict operations with China in the Pacific, they would do two things to harm us. One, likely use missiles on the west coast of the United States against us kinetically, but also cyber espionage to take down our critical infrastructure, transportation systems, finance and banking, the electric grid, all of that to attack our homeland and break the will of the people to continue the war against us in the Pacific. So yes, our strategy has to change and adapt as our adversaries and technology come into being.
Hey, these guys know how to talk. It would kill the will of the people to continue the war against us in the Pacific. It's not our war against them. It's not a war against China. It's China's war against us. I just feel like America's like way more America's way more advanced. Everything he's saying, oh, they'll just do this to us and do that to us. Trust me. America has a lot of stuff going on. They gotta, I mean, at this point, America sends nuclear submarines and aircraft carriers through around China, through the South China Sea, like every couple of months. Like it's on patrol. So I think it would be very stupid for China to try to do anything to America, because with the proximity, we have those subs, those nuclear subs. I think they're called Los Angeles class submarines. I mean, my cousin, who's a naval chief, he told me we have nuclear subs sitting on the bottom of the South China Sea that they can't even detect. So they'll launch a missile and boom, right there, they're done. But when I talk to people who know about this stuff and they talk about what the United States strategy against China would be in the event of a war or something like that, it's pretty darn impressive. And I think it will be pretty damn effective. But yeah. So who knows? We shall see. I'm getting a little bit of, you know what? Let's see. We're clearing up. We're getting out all the tech bugs tonight, guys. We might as well. Yeah, so we got some techie bugs. I don't know what the hell is this, why this does this, but it is what it is. I want to have problem-free streams for the rest of my days. Integrated. A couple times. So, you know me, I'm just out here grinding. What that was. But whatever. There's always something. Yeah, I got the 16-bit graphics. I don't know. It just no, I switched cameras. I switched cameras to fondle my current camera to see what was up with it. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't know what I just did. But yeah, we want I'm not ending the stream right away. Cuz what I really want to do is I really want to restart this computer. Cuz I think that here we go. All right, I'll be back in 3 minutes. All right, guys, we're back. There was an update, which was crazy. So my Windows, this version of Windows I was using, it apparently needed an update. Nope, and I see another little glitch. I don't know, but we're legit troubleshooting this in real time, and I don't know what's going on with it. Laggy lag. The only thing other than that that I could think of would be, I don't think it could be the camera, because even when I switch to the integrated camera, fourth prayer of the day, baby. Because when I switch tabs in Chrome, I'm getting a lot of lag. So I just switched tabs again, and I know it's going to freeze. There we go. Are you guys, let me know, all my brothers who are here, are you guys seeing the lag when I switch away from this tab? Because when I switch away from this tab, it lags, it just freezes. Then when I switch back to the tab, it like wants to act right. So performance, privacy. Let me see performance. Sites you add will always be energy. Oh, so there's like an energy saver. Yeah, let me there was some energy saver crap. Preload. More pages are preloaded. Page Google servers will requested by other sites. I don't know what that is, but speed. Okay, so I undid some stuff. So let's see if that helps. Because you guys should be able to see me. So I switched away. Do we get more freezing? Nope. Yeah. So it's almost instant. Yeah, lags. White supremacy trying to interfere. Right, man. They're always trying to get a brother. Yeah, I know all you guys are like tech guys. General. Yeah, I don't know. But it doesn't seem to be. What is this crap? Yeah, because I went into like the little performance thing. But the only thing I could really think could be wrong with this would have to be, I don't know. Chrome. Because I went into the task manager when I clicked off, and it was like, let me see. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of, what the hell? Hold on. So what it's looking like? I swear it looks like I have like I'm still on a journey to find out exactly what's going on. We still have like 50 people watching, which is crazy. I'm still on a journey to find out what exactly is going on with this. What I saw before was YouTube. So it looked like we got a lot going on. So, but I just heard some new news. Trump declares Omar attack staged. Hello? Hold on, somebody knocked that one door, I think. I don't know, probably somebody wanted to buy some sugar. Man, listen. So now he's declaring without ever. Yeah, it was probably fake. It looks fake as hell. Let's look at this. And we can do two things. We can test out all the tasks I just ended and see if this will. I love Trump, dude.
CBS News chief correspondent Matt Gutman spoke earlier today with Minnesota Governor Tim Walz in Minneapolis and asked him if he blames President Trump for this attack on Congresswoman Omar.
The president constantly attacks Representative Omar, attacks her citizenship, attacks the very decency of it, and we've asked him time and time again to stop it. I don't believe he's capable of stopping it. I keep coming back to this: the decency of the American people is going to have to speak up.
Here to discuss this and more is CBS News political director Finn Gomez. So as Zach mentioned in an interview with ABC News last night, the president said, quote, she probably had herself sprayed knowing her. Is there any evidence of that? And what's been the reaction? And why does this congresswoman seem to be such the frequent target for the president?
No, Lindsay, at this point, there has not been any sort of evidence of that occurring. And, the investigation obviously is still ongoing, but there has not been any sort of evidence of that. I think it's important to note also that we don't know why this man attacked Congresswoman Omar at her town hall yesterday with an unknown liquid, but it has brought attention to the fact, you saw in that clip by Governor Walz, that Omar has long been an anathema to the president and his conservative allies for her outspoken progressive stances for years, really since, if you remember, really becoming a member of that so-called squad, the group of progressive congressional lawmakers. Democrats have pointed to the harsh and frequent criticism towards Omar from the president. Just yesterday, ahead of her town hall attack, Lindsay, President Trump also spoke out against the Minnesota congresswoman at a rally in Iowa, which happened just hours before her town hall. Take a listen.
They have to show that they can love our country. They have to be proud. Not like Ilhan Omar. Did you see that wise guy? She's always talking about the Constitution provides me with the following. The Constitution, she comes from a country that's a disaster. So probably it's considered, I think it's not even a country. Okay, it barely has a government. I don't think it does. They're good at one thing: pirates.
Others like other Democrats like Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez in a tweet have blamed the attack on Omar and pointed towards the rhetoric by the president and vice president, saying that their slanderous public attacks is the reason why she was assaulted at the town hall. Lindsay.
And the president and Mayor Jacob Frey of Minneapolis are having a back and forth. The mayor saying, look, we had a great conversation, but we're still not going to enforce immigration law. The president posting he's playing with fire. What's going on here?
This seemed to be improving, but this clash between President Trump and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey appears to be escalating over the federal immigration enforcement. In a Truth Social post this morning, Trump warned that the mayor, he's, quote, playing with fire after Frey said the city will not enforce federal immigration laws. Trump called that position a serious violation of the law. Frey pushed back, saying local police should focus on public safety, not immigration enforcement, arguing that the community trust is key and that people should feel safe calling 911, especially after the controversial deaths of Renee Good and Alex Pretti. Lindsay.
Okay, Finn Gomez, thank you.
I mean, if you really listen to what these guys, Jacob Fry and Tim Walz, are saying, it's just absolute BS. People should feel safe to call the police and call 911. Do you really believe that these people don't want to enforce immigration law because illegal immigrants don't feel safe when they need to call 911? Like, who buys this shit? So we're gonna break the law in order to make sure that illegal immigrants feel safe when they call 911. But shouldn't American citizens feel safe in their own country? You don't got Americans in freaking Venezuela raping people and killing people. Venezuelan people, when they worry, the last person they have to worry about is an American. So we're gonna keep threats to the safety of the United States citizen around, so that we can keep the so that the illegal immigrant can feel safe. I mean, guys, you can't make this stuff up. So I've resorted back to I'm just letting you guys know, I'm going back to the camera I was using before. Now, this may not fix the problem because even the integrated cam was lagging. But this may or may not solve what's going on. But if it does, it's a doozy. I will need to connect it. Hopefully it works. Because if there's one thing I'm tired of, it is. All right, so we have this camera enabled. And it does give us a good picture, I feel. You know, does what it does. Let me put this down. Let me see. Those of you who are still in here, you'll have to let me know what you think. We just in here. Hey, we just in here chilling, y'all. A couple. Let's see if this one's still lagging. Lag. It's seeming to be okay. Everything is seeming to be okay. So I'm going to switch over to this camera right here. Yeah, this is a nice one. So I'm switching to this camera now. All right. So y'all in here, I'm going to switch away from this tab just to see if we still get the lagging issue. I'm shaking my head to see if I lag because I'm off the tab right now. But it's really good. No, so we're not it doesn't look like we're lagging anymore.
The president raised a good question.
I'm playing some video.
Over the weekend with respect to Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, who now has a net worth within the millions. And one must ask themselves why and how is that possible? Is she connected to the fraud rings that we have seen taking place within her state and her own district? It's a question the American people are raising, and the president believes it's one worth answering.
Well, it is a good question. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar entered Congress in 2019 with a net worth of next to nothing, really. But since then, she's apparently worth over $30 million. The House Oversight Committee says that's impossible without corruption. It is formally opening an investigation into Omar's mystery millions, even exploring a subpoena for Omar's husband over business gains that don't seem to add up. This is coming after a massive $9 billion Somali social services fraud scandal that's erupted in Omar's district. Charlie's got details of this. Charlie, let's start with her husband, a guy named Tim Minette, who was a political operative working with people who were involved in all these scandals, and particularly, of course, Omar, and then Keith Ellison when he was a member of Congress. He's now the Attorney General. He was in his. How does this guy Tim Minette go from being a radical political operative to being essentially a hedge fund guy?
Well, no one really knows. I should point out that we spent at the Post 3 weeks, more than that, 4 weeks, almost a month on this story. Jeff Earl, great reporter in the Washington Bureau, took the lead. I helped out, especially with the Wall Street stuff. There's nothing illegal with Tim Minette making money, okay? And there's nothing illegal with her wealth exploding when she marries Tim Minette, who runs, theoretically, some sort of a fund. It's been described as a venture capital fund. It's been described as a private equity fund. If you go to the website, it said it once managed $60 billion in assets. And I interviewed, over a dozen people that are in this space. No one could figure out who this guy is. No one ever really heard of him outside the political realm. He was a very good, apparently, sort of progressive, political advisor. It's the money part that no one seems to understand. There's no disclosures. Now, we should point out, if you're a venture capital fund, you don't necessarily have to disclose. If you're a private equity fund with more than 100 million in assets, you should be disclosing with the SEC. There is no disclosure here. We don't know, based on this sort of obtuse way he discloses it on his website, Rose Lake Capital, I believe it is.
Yeah.
You don't know where the private equity and where the venture capital ends and begins. They do say 60 billion in assets, which, by the way, if you're running 60 billion in assets, that's several times higher than what Steve Cohen runs at his big hedge fund. I mean, you should leave some footprint. No one could figure it out. Advisors who kind of didn't know they were barely aware they were on the Max Bacchus was on that. We tracked
they
down.
scrubbed that list, by the way, when all these stories
they scrubbed it.
These guys all said we didn't know we were advisors.
Well, they scrubbed it after the first Post story on it, and then Jeff actually spoke with Bacchus on it, and he said I think they took his name off because he didn't know what they were doing.
He didn't have a clue. Jackie, let's just take a piece of this. That wine company, which went from having a value of $15,000 in 2023 to over 1 million, between 1 and 5 million just a year later. And yet you go into their site, you can't find the production, you can't find what they're selling. There have been people who've gone to the business, and sort of like the Somali scandal in Minneapolis, there's nobody there.
Right.
I mean, so there are these kind of phantom operations that are a part of this.
The wine business is a very hard business, especially for a new company. So to just open and all of a sudden, did you say within a year, skyrocket to over $1 million business, and then not really have much to show for it is interesting. Listen, I'm not going to condemn or judge anybody, but I'm going to say all the questions that you're raising are valid questions. As soon as I saw this, we started this looking at the story like a few months ago at his net worth, and things didn't seem to jibe. So they have every right to look into it. Comer says that, what did he say here? His quote was that it's not possible. It's not. I'm a money guy. It's not possible. So do the investigation, and Ilhan Omar and her husband, if you have nothing to hide, then put it all out there and prove to people that this is completely legit.
Take the wine business out. I'm not an expert at wine. My wife is. I'm not. Particularly on the business side, the fund thing is interesting to me, only because it is possible to build a significant venture capital fund.
It is possible.
Based on your political connections with top people, and top people in the Democratic Party clearly know this guy. But what is baffling to me is, like, I know a lot of people in Silicon Valley. That's apparently where they do business. No one could figure out like what they're doing. I know all these people on Wall Street that are Democrats that would theoretically be in that mix.
Yeah.
They don't know this guy. I mean, when you run 60 billion in assets, no offense, you should leave some sort of a marker somewhere.
Taylor, the problem is that in this political environment that we're in, we know that whatever they turn up, unless it is nailed down and they can absolutely prove it, whether they're federal prosecutors or whomever, it's good. Ilhan Omar and the whole Democratic system is going to come out and say it's a witch hunt, a political witch hunt. They'll probably use the phrase lawfare that Trump used against, I think rightly so, against him. But in this case, there seems more smoke there than there ever was under the Trump investigation.
Where there's smoke, there's usually some fire. Alleged, innocent until proven guilty. We'll follow all of those things. What I don't like is I think there needs to be changes in the reporting standards. So I believe it is the Ethics in Government Act, which requires you to check a preset box of your personal wealth. What I don't like is that box ranges from 1,000 to 15,000. And then let's go on. $1 million to 5 million.
5 to whatever.
But then there's 5 million to 25. So I could be worth 5 or I could be worth 25. I could be worth 25. I could be worth 50, or I could be worth over $50 million. So let's narrow those ranges or put in a generally rounded to the next number, what it actually is worth, not this preset bracket.
Yeah, so I agree with that. But I think the problem with just sweeping this on the rug and saying lawfare is if you go to Rosalie Capital's website, it's very interesting. Just go there. It raises so many eyebrows between what they said they were, what their AUM, assets under management, what they're doing now. There's really no way to sort of get in touch with them as a.
It's like the daycare centers.
You know, I don't want to say that.
Hard to get in touch with them.
That's a little bit like guilt by association.
Are we ever going to get to the bottom of it?
Of course we are.
Brian?
Yep. Yeah, we can get to the bottom of it. And we have to, because socialists in America have proven themselves profoundly good at getting rich the higher they get in the political world. And that is not an accident, and it's also not
part of the model, though.
It's part of the model.
So socialists use the capitalist system to get rich, to push socialism.
And more than the capitalist system.
A lot of millionaire socialists out there.
Yeah, George Soros.
Yeah. So they're 100% right. These people talk about socialism. We need to end capitalism and all this stuff. But somehow, they continue to manage to get rich off of capital within the capitalist system while calling to tear it down. This is why I just say you can't believe any of these people. You really can't take these people serious in any way, shape, or form, because it's like they're telling you to tear down the system that's driving them towards insurmountable wealth. Yeah, right. Who do you know is gonna shut down their own gravy train? Let's be realistic. And that's what I try to tell people. When someone's coming to you, acting like they're trying to take money out of their own pocket, it doesn't take a rocket scientist, but you pretty much know they're lying. But guys, can I ask you a question? Are you noticing any lag right now? That's my big question. Are you noticing any lag right now? Because I'm not noticing any. Tell me, Azazel, are you still in here, dude? Are you noticing any lag right now? I'm not seeing any lag. I'm looking on my phone. I'm looking on my main screen. Yeah. I'm feeling like we just probably are going to end up having to go all Wi-Fi. Because it seems like when I went Wi-Fi, it opened everything up. Yeah. Slight lag. Do you see slight lag? I don't feel like I see anything right now. I'm looking. I want to get all lag. What the hell? I got to get someone else's streaming set up, man. What the hell are you using? Because clearly whatever I'm doing ain't working. So I'm at the point where I'm ready to just restart my router, because that could possibly be it, guys. It could be that the router. I feel like I just saw some lag right there. Right there. Yeah, what the hell? What the H? What the deuce? No, it's not fine, Isaiah. I'm using this right now as a time because I've updated the computer. I've done like everything you could possibly do. Yeah. So I'm using you guys as my captive. It chopped up, right? So what it's saying is, it basically is saying Chrome has 12 tasks that it's doing. But it says that it says, is my task manager supposed to be saying CPU at 80? Now it's down to now 77%. Something crazy is going on, guys. I'm gonna share this with you guys. Can I share this tab? Let me see. No. Window. I'm gonna share this task manager with you guys. Why is this thing saying 84%? Is that normal? Because I don't think that's normal. I don't think that's normal that this is using 8. It's going from 44 to 76 to 67 to 73. And it shows like there's 9 tasks running for Chrome. Like, does that seem normal to you guys? I need a damn. You know what I need? I need my boy. Not me. Nick. Where is he? Cause this ain't normal, I don't think. Let's see. But yeah, any of my text expert buddies, why the hell is it saying? Why does it seem like it's using so much CPU? That doesn't seem normal to me. 92% CPU. That's wild. This CPU memory. Hold on. And I can't figure out why. See, we nobody wants to learn about computers until the point where we need to fix something. Yeah, that seems very high. 86%. See, it goes from 60 to 83, but it doesn't seem to me like Chrome should be using all these damn whatever this is. 12? I don't know what that is. Windows or what? But it seems like that's way too many. So, yeah. I don't know, but you guys can see what I see at this point. I'm just seeing a lot of CPU usage, and it's like then I'm getting the choppy display, and it doesn't seem like I was getting that. And the crazy thing is I was live this morning just doing like a kind of a test run, and it wasn't using all that. but it's acting up. Vanessa, what's up? Vanessa, I'm in here trying to troubleshoot something. I'm having a lot of lag right now when I'm like sharing tabs and stuff. Like if I'm big here and then I click out, like if I let's see. So if I'm in here and I'm watching a stream with Barb for Life, lagging is normal. Internet connection, not browser. So Nick, I know you're not here, but do you think I need to? Okay. Okay. So what I'm showing in Chrome is normal. You guys see how ignorant I am. So let's remove that. Ice baby, you funny as hell. You funny as hell, Vanessa. Where you been, man? I'm coming to Philly for a cheesesteak. Okay, so that apparently is normal. Only thing because guys, when I tell you I went live this morning, same situation, everything, man, my camera, everything was crispy. It was beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna go where the snow is at. What's wrong with that? I might find me a snow bunny. So the only thing I could think is y'all don't believe me, man. I'm telling y'all straight up. I'm telling y'all straight up. I was live this morning and I had none of these issues. None. Let me see. Okay, so today I'm gonna show you guys right here, right now. Today I was literally I was testing all this today because I wanted the stream to be beautiful. And this is my test from earlier. You're not gonna see any. We're watching my stream that I did earlier. No, it's cool, but I just want. But this is my stream from earlier. Look how beautiful that was today. Now you guys tell me, why is that So perfect today. I went for about 40 minutes. Perfect. No, about 20 minutes. Perfect. No issues. No lag, no nothing. Why all of a sudden, looking just as beautiful as I can look, why all of a sudden why are we laggy? That's the question I'm posing to all the tech thugs. Why is it all of a sudden we're laggy? Yes, Newsom, fucking son of a bitch. Suddenly we're laggy. I mean, I've restarted the computer, everything. Neem, look, Neem here. Neem, look at earlier. Earlier, I did a test run on the camera, on everything, just to make sure I wasn't lagging or nothing. Look at me now. I'm lagging. I even went as far as to go here. I brought something up, and I just let it play. Hey, Neem, I'm gonna have to get your setup. Tell me this. Neem, if you in here, are you using desktop or laptop? Because I was talking to Flacco, and Flacco was like, bro, get you a desktop. He was like, F the laptop. So should I just switch to laptop? Just like Mex Life. I don't know why ICE is killing your illegal immigrant cousins. Maybe because they're illegal. Tell me this, Mex Life. Why are cartels slaughtering legal Mexican and South American citizens all over South America in Central America? I swear, you get Mexican people and they act like, okay, it's desktop. So I'm gonna have to just do desktop. I think that's what it is. Because people with desktops aren't having these issues. But clearly with my laptop, I wasn't having this issue. But now all of a sudden, I'm over there playing with my nostrils and shit. Messing around with my nose because it looks crooked. I was just goofing off. But you know, Mex Life, I'll give you the link, Mex Life. Come up here, Mex Life. I want to talk to you for a second. Because I don't get these Hispanic people. Like, why do you think OBS, that's what you're using? But I don't think OBS like let people call in. That's why you on the phone having people call in. Like, people are saying StreamYard is a good thing. I guess they're just like the internet. Listen, I sent Mex Life the link to come up. All right, I got you for sure. I'm about to get a desktop. So see, and this is the issue I have right here. You'll have like Hispanic people. Why is ICE killing immigrants and protesters? Bro, why are Mexicans and illegal immigrants, why are they coming to America illegally? That's the problem. Do you know if you stay in your country where if they stay in their country, because you could be a citizen, ICE is not killing immigrants across the country. That's not happening. The few people who have died are actually U.S. citizens, right? Who are interfering with ICE and basically attacking ICE. See, but that doesn't do you any favors, Mex Life, because when I see you, no, I ain't racist. See, now black people racist. No, who's racist are the Mexicans in the LA County jail, in the California prison system. Your uncles, your grandpas, those are the racist ones. So don't start. We know that the Hispanics are the true hateful, racist bigots in America. Stop it. I live in LA. Your people are the racist. Stop it. You can't fool me. Because I done whooped enough of y'all ass and to know that y'all are racist. Okay? Believe that. We're not the racist. Your mama is a racist. That's why your sister, if she married a black dude, would get disowned. Stop it. I hate when Mexican people try to pull that shit. No, you guys are the true racists. And you don't say anything about it until somebody starts calling y'all out. And then all of a sudden, that person is a racist. No. That doesn't work with me. I'm not the one freaking trying to kill somebody, putting green lights on people by race. Oh yeah, we putting a green light on all the blacks. That's not me. That's you and yours. Fine, whatever. But what I'm saying is, if we're racist, if the white man is racist, why don't these illegal immigrants? Because as far as a Hispanic person is concerned, if you are an American citizen, you're just as much of an American as me. And I'm just as much of an American as you. I have no issue with people who are here in this country legally. But I don't give a damn if it's a Haitian, a Jamaican, an African. If your ass is illegally here, you need to abide by the law. And when the law say you got to go, you need to leave. I've been to Africa. You can't just stay over there. A Mexican can't just go to Mexico and stay over there if he's not a Mexican citizen. He's getting his ass deported back to America. Period. And might get banned from even coming over there. Stop it. But what I'm saying is, that's what it's always about. You sound racist. You sound racist. Bro, this is lame as hell. That type of rhetoric. But see, they don't ever want to discuss the true racism. You know, they don't want to discuss that. The betterment of the race and all this shit that they believe in. We supposed to just, let's sweep that under the rug. Let's not call that out. Why they screaming at somebody racist? Hispanic people have no room to call anybody racist as much indigenous people that they slot as many indigenous people that they slaughtered from Mexico all the way down to Brazil. Stop it. We know your history. I'm not dumb. I'm not ignorant. You just came up against the United States and got whooped up. Or else y'all would have kept on slaughtering. They're still doing it. They're still exterminating indigenous people out in Mexico. Stop it. But we're the one, you sound racist. No, dude. But this is the conversation they're never going to have. My thing is this. It ain't about race. It's about the law. It's about the law. There's only one race, the human race. There's several different ethnicities. But at the end of the day, this is about the law. This is about why is there a group of people who are legal citizens in America that feel like it's okay for their relatives and countrymen or whatever you want to call it, the people who are part of their ethnic group, why do they feel like their ethnic group should be above the law when everyone else has to abide by the law? That's it. That's it. Shine bomb. Wow. Yeah, for real. This is the only question. Why are there American citizens, right? Yeah, there are a lot of black people who are lazy. Okay. That ain't stop. I got some family members that's lazy as hell. Is that supposed to hurt me? Go work like all the Mexicans and immigrants. Well, we would if y'all wouldn't be taking up all the jobs and giving them to y'all drunk uncles. Tio Jose and Abuelita's selling illegal tamales on the side of the road. You think that's hurting me? But you want me to tell you what's crazy? Black people lazy, but we stay in our country. Yo mama lazy, but she tried to come from her country over here to steal a job so she could get it and be lazy. That's the difference. As lazy as black people may be, ain't a single one trying to go to that dirt hill you call a country and live there. We keep our lazy motherfuckers at home. Y'all export y'all lazy motherfuckers all over the continent. Stop it. Stop it. You're not going to win this. You're not going to win this. Please stop. Because the position is indefensible. There's no explanation for what these motherfuckers do. For real. They come to your country and be bigoted towards you. Make that make sense. Hispanics come to somebody else's country and then be racist towards them. And then y'all lazy shit. I had a bunch of Mexicans work up under me when I was a manager. Y'all motherfuckers lazy too and drunk. Stop. As many lazy blacks, it's more equal or more lazy Mexicans because it's just more Mexicans here than blacks. Please stop. I had a nigga named Carlos. Nigga showed up every day to work drunk. Only reason he didn't get fired is because the store director was his brother-in-law. And they tried to hide it, but obviously I found out because the fool would get drunk and start talking shit on him. Please stop. There was a bitch at my job. Her name was Anna. This bitch was a manager over me. Couldn't read. Worth a lick. Could not read. But she was fucking a district manager. This white nigga named Dennis. He promoted that hoe all the way up to second co-manager of the store. Could not read or write a lick of English. She could speak English. Oh, mijo. I had to tell that bitch, look, I ain't your fucking mijo, bitch. I'm a grown-ass man. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You write your own signs. Because, you know, when you work at a grocery store, you have to write out signs, right? For sales and shit. She trying to make me write the signs. No. See, the truth is racist to these people. The truth is racist to these people. And just like we had those lazy Mexicans, we had some lazy niggas. It was this lazy-ass dude named Deshaun. That dude always trying to go to his car and sit down talking about he on break. Bro, you've been on 4 breaks in the last 1 hour. See, me, I'm equal. Y'all the ones who can't criticize y'all own group. I could criticize my own group and criticize Hispanics, whites, Asians, whatever. It's you guys who are the bigots that are truly the bigots, not us. Not us. A Mexican comedian or a white comedian could tell a joke about black people. We ain't tripping. Let a black comedian tell a joke that's true about Mexicans. They ain't tripping. They trying to greenlight all blacks in LA County. You sound dumb. You sound ignorant. You sound like how a lot of black people sound. What he's saying is true, and I don't have a rebuttal, so I'm just going to call him racist. It's crazy. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. And the saddest part is he knows it's true. He knows it's true. That's the saddest part. But anyway, guys, I guess we're going to end up having to I'm gonna have to call my internet provider, bro. Cause yeah, this lag situation is crazy. I'm thinking about unplugging this router and plugging it back in. Cause right now I'm the only one at the house, so it ain't nobody else. All right, good night, man. Look at this motherfucker. But man, even when I was on No Jumper, I told straight facts about Mexicans. Like, stop, bro. Like, stop. There's no debate on laziness, racism, or nothing that any Hispanic person is going to be able to beat me in. We can see the thing about black folks, in order for you to make fun of us, you got to try to make up a lie in order for you to try to play the racist card. But all we got to do is just tell the truth about you. Go straight to the history books. That's why I don't talk to Mexican people about history. You got your Ethernet plugged in. I had it plugged in, but then I unplugged it. But the whole time it was lagging, the Ethernet cord was plugged in. So I'm going to end up having to, you know what? Let's do this. Let's test. We could do a test, right? My internet speed. Okay. Okay, run speed test. All right, guys, we're testing the internet speed. $22. What the hell is that? 319.5 MBS download, 22.1 Mbps upload. Your internet connection should be able to handle multiple devices streaming HD videos, conferencing, gaming at the same time. See what I'm saying? Latency 7 ms. Bro, the internet seems solid. I think that's good, right? The only thing, because I'm telling you, this morning I was streaming as a test for 20 minutes. and it was clean. This helps me relax. It's like Wi-Fi router diagnostic ASMR. No one knows what the fuck that is, Azazel. You low-key solid now. I think it might be your cam gang. But I had the cam. See, the problem is I had the 720 cam. So I could switch to the integrated camera, which is a horrible camera. But even when I switched to the integrated camera, it still was lagging. Like when I would go out, like if I go out, it was still giving me lag. I don't know if I'm lagging now because I'm not watching it, but it was still giving me lag. So I'm starting to think, let me see. I'm telling you. All right, I'm gonna go out where it normally lags. See, it just had a little lag there. I'm waving my hands right now. Y'all gonna see that in a minute. I mean, I would say it's less laggy, but still pretty. Seems like it's less laggy now, but I'm switching back to this. This one so far is your best output. So you're saying, oh, what you saying it's the camera for sure? I don't know what you mean latency. What the hell is that? You guys are too smart. I only went to up to the 3rd grade. Oh, time delay between a user action. Okay, cool. Yeah. So is this one okay? So on this camera that I'm on now is good. Because F it, I'll just use this camera. I don't care. The camera's not really bad. It's 720p. It's basically for sure it's your cam. So do you think I should just rock with this camera until I just change my whole setup? Because I know the camera is nasty. The color is nasty. Okay, so it's the camera. Neem, what kind of camera are you using? Or do you think the laptop just don't have the power to run the higher level camera, like the processing speed or something? Because this laptop I'm on is like 32 gigs. But I'm thinking about either getting a desktop or like a 64 gig laptop. Because desktops are basically going to run you like 64 gigs, depending on what you get. But so if that's what it is, I could fix it. But this one seems okay to you guys. That's all that matters. I mean, I hate this camera. It sucks to me. But there's I guess there's things you could do. Because the color, I hate the color. Apollo training Rocky. Man, I need to watch Rocky 3, as a matter of fact. You just reminded me. I want to watch. I love watching Rocky 3. Y'all niggas be hating. Don't hate on Rocky 3. Okay. Okay, I turned down this light a little bit. It could be. Yeah. Hold on. See. Let's see. Yeah, the light was helping it a lot. Now this motherfucker. Woo. All right, yeah. So the light was helping it out a lot. Let me hit this light. So go desktop. Yeah, I probably have to go desktop because I can't be dealing with these issues, man. Mm-hmm. All right, so you guys said I got incredible streaming, no lag here. I'm gonna switch it to the other cam. So this one, we getting lag here, I guess. Let me know. You feel the lag on this? You feel the lag on this? Yeah, I even see it. I see it lagging. And then if I switch off, wax on, wax off. Are you guys detecting more lag here? This is another camera. I think it's still 720p. Okay, so it's hella lag here. Okay, cool. Now, hey, now we know. Now we know. Yeah, hey, this is that's what friends are for. Yeah, I'm about to just maybe I should just buy a laptop with like a 1080p fucking camera on it. What about that? Like a 64 gigabyte laptop with a 1080p camera, just a straight beast, like a gaming laptop. I bet that'll work. What do you guys think about that? I mean, y'all ain't watching for my looks, so we good anyway. Cause I think I got like a friend, he has a big ass channel, and he's like using like a 720p Logitech, whatever. What kind of camera is this? Okay, so earlier I had the M50. This is what I was using earlier in the beginning of the stream when I was getting a lot of lag. Right, this is old though. It's really old. So I was using this, and then I switched to a Wi-Fi. That other one with a lot of lag, that was a Wi-Fi webcam. So you hook. Okay, I'll do it. Cheapest gaming desktop. Just Neem, just send me what you got, bro. And I'm just gonna get that. Fuck it. We gonna break the bank, nigga. I'm calling up all my house. Everybody gotta put in. Okay, so way more lag on the other one. This one. Are you detecting any lag here though? Smart man. Oh, you're saying this is far too powerful, this old ass thing? I thought this was a dinosaur. So you're saying the camera is too powerful for a 32 gig laptop. This. Okay, then I know. It's a hardware issue. Y'all don't speak. He traded his brand new powerful gaming desktop. Yeah, because he wants to. Okay, so this camera is too powerful. So this camera is fucking shit up. Okay, I see what you mean. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna make a quick run around the world real quick. So keep this. I don't like this camera, but So keep this, because I was gonna I don't know what I was gonna do. I was gonna put this in a drawer and forget about it. So keep this camera. Had some smuts on the lens. So keep this camera, and then when I get my new desktop, then I can use this again or something. I can repurpose this. All right, well, guess I'll start. Yeah, send me that info. You can send it on Instagram or just text it to me. But yeah, then I'll go grab all that, and then we'll just be, I'll be with the big boys. Yeah, it's time for me to graduate, man. Because I can't, when you really trying to lock in on this shit, you really do not be trying to have no tech. You know what? I don't think there's enough streams about that. How discouraging tech issues can be when you are trying to do anything related to podcasting, streaming, content creation. You just really you really deal with a lot if your tech is not up to speed. And the crazy thing is, when you look at the investment potential, tech is one of the easiest things to get, because there was a time before my YouTube channel got just nuked for 2 years. That's this one. Where I was demonetized, bro. I was making like $3,000 a month off of YouTube, just YouTube alone. And so if I would have just turned around and poured that back into laptops, all that, but that was kind of rough, because I was moving, because we had the house, and then we moved out the house, rented that out, and then I just didn't have as much space. But I do have a spot that I think I could just make a dedicated space. I have a little, I call it the smash spot, a little secret little Canuck that I got in the city. And I think I'm just going to turn that into like a place. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, right. You went through all this, right? Yeah, because once your quality is up to par, and you playing with the big boys, you good. You in there. I went live on my laptop and had to start over on my phone. And at the time, those laptops were brand new. Hey, 100%. You ain't lying. 100%. Because I bet you if I go live on my phone right now, that's going to crush all the phones are just amazing. Phones are all amazing, bro. But I just need to dedicate a space to this situation. Cause like, I bet you if I went here, if I got out of this joint, went to my email, hold on, let's see, let's test it. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. What is this? This is running from this to, from that to that. Okay, so I could do this because I have two phones. So one of my phones, and this is the least powerful of my phones that I have. This is my little bullcrap phone for work. Oh, so I could. So I could totally leave the stream here and I could leave the stream here and go because now this is my phone. So I can plug the audio interface into my phone and basically use my laptop. Let's see. Okay, so where we are right now is okay. So where we are right now is hold on. Okay, so where we are is I just changed everything. Okay. All right, let me leave here. All right, let me leave. I don't know, but I Well, we'll be using this. Oh yeah, the sound audio wasn't working. We'll be using this. I think you guys should be able to hear me right now. Testing. Yeah. You guys should be able to hear me right now. No. That phone, forget that. Phone audio crap. I would just rather use this right here. I'd rather use this camera. Yeah. I just hooked everything back up. I disconnect everything from phones and all that. I'm gonna just go with this. Fuck it. Let's just do it. We getting the if I'm doing like a pre-record, I could use the cameras and all that because obviously, it's clear on that. But as far as live stream, I mean, we're live. I mean, what more do you guys? I mean, we're here talking, we're playing clips. We'll just let the laptop do what it does. But you guys can hear me through the audio. Oh, I could just double check that just to make sure the sound is good. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna go forward for the very near future until I get back from where I'm going. Beyond that, yeah. So we good. Sounds good. Camera's workable. Yeah, it doesn't look. When I'm looking at it on my phone, it looks old school, but it doesn't matter. I don't care. It is what it is. I'm not about to lose sleep over it, but we're here and we'll be back tomorrow. But it was good because I got some news out and I also got to I had a chance to troubleshoot some stuff. But yeah, so this laptop, I'm getting a desktop now. So when I get back, go down to the store and get me a laptop. I mean a desktop. But thank all you guys for watching. Harlem Moore, you're here. Somebody look at these people. Vanessa Johnson, you're very loyal. It's time to move on from this coon. If you see Harlem Moore in any chats, groups, whatever, Harlem Moore is he's a person who wants people to hate. I don't know what these people want, but what I know is this. We have a lot of people in the black community who have the mindset of high school kids. They hate the white man, then they go work at their job with their white boss. They act nice to their white friends, and then they get on the internet to be the person they wish they could be in public, like in real life. I'm just never gonna be the guy for that type of person. I go to Africa way more than Harlem, for sure. This is what you got in America. You got a bunch of wannabe pro-blacks, a bunch of dudes like Harlem bums. They won't spring the money for a ticket for a trip to Africa, but they want to try to tell other people how to be black. I mean, am I the only one who finds that laughable? I have way more investments in Africa than Harlem. Way more investments in America probably than Harlem. And this guy is mad at me because Harlem, if you're here, because you're probably still in here, I'll give you the link. Just call in. Lay it on me. Lay it on me, dude. That's the one thing about this channel that I would say puts it above a lot of other channels. The person who runs this channel, I allow people to come up, throw all the criticism at me. But the reality is once people are put on the spot to express their criticism of you, right? Once they're on the spot and it's yo, now you have to explain what your issue is with me. You're going to find that 90% of people can't even articulate the issue they have with you. And that's when you just know it's some type of that's some straight plantation type hatred. When you hate a motherfucker so much that you can't even explain why you hate them, bro, you in that slave mindset. I don't hate Harlem. I don't know him to hate him. I mean, he used to watch my channel all the time. And because I didn't, on the internet, people want echo chambers. They want to look at people, they want to listen to people who always say what they want them to say, what they think they should say. Bro, that's just never going to be this channel. I'm going to have my opinion. I'll give you the floor to express your own opinion. But because I give you the opportunity to express your opinion, that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna change my opinion to always fit or fall in line with your opinion. It's not gonna happen. So just give it up. Give that up. That specifically, just drop that. If you think that that's something that I'm gonna do, don't watch. Like, guys, listen. Right now, I got like 25 people watching. I think I probably got less than that. I got 25 people watching, bro. I was on this channel for like a year with like 11 people watching. So it doesn't really matter. My opinions are going to remain my opinions. I'm going to feel the way I feel. I'm going to have the things I want to say, I'm going to say them across the board. So you can come up, disagree with me. Bro, I have people who like, they disagree with me so hard they will want to fight me, bro. Like, for real. Like, I'm beat your ass. Stuff like that. That didn't change anything. So, if you think that you getting mad, I'm so steamed at you. If you think that that's going to suddenly make me change my opinions and all that, that's not going to happen. You know it. I know it. We're all black. Black folks be the most stubborn people on earth, but expect other black people. Like, black folks will be stubborn over some straight ignorant shit. But if you're stubborn over some logical shit, they have a problem with you. Like, what? The damn front line need cutting, nigga. Like, the brakes need to get changed. Black people will be mad at you for being stubborn over something that is common sense and logical. But if you're stubborn over something that's totally asinine, they'll love you to death. What? The sky is green? Yeah, and we really the Natufians from the planet of Quasar. They're with you on that. You can literally come in the black community. The black community is a safe haven for all types of mental illness. Understand that. That's why I'm happy that Trump is saying that he's going to start back funding mental institutions. Because there's going to be a lot of niggas up in those mental institutions, on God. Yo,
what's the deal, bro?
Chilling.
You can hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Nice. I was just pulling up to let you know, bro. Hit me tomorrow and I'll help you with any of this shit. You feel me?
Okay, for sure.
Hell yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
shout out to you, bro. I see you been doing your other shit too. Like, I've been watching you. This shit tight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've been just I'm trying to. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm just, I'm trying to just go in a different direction, man. It don't matter because, like, if you enjoy something, the money and all that, it don't even matter. And I got people who support me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just talk about what I like talking about, and it's funny because a lot of the shit that I've been saying to people is starting to actually happen now, and people are hitting me up like, "Bro, you said that like 3 months ago. You said that like 4 months ago that this is the way it was going to be." And it's like, yeah, so it's good. So I'm bringing in the audience I want now. So now I just that's why I'm trying to like step everything up, because if they trust me enough to give them information, I want to at least give them like the quality that they have come to expect.
Yeah, for sure. That shit's important, bro. I never seen any of this happening before, though, like, because you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been watching your content since I found out about you, and I never seen any like lag or anything like that. But I think maybe you just pushing it on your laptop now, because I know I went through the same thing on my laptop and everything was smooth. And then when, like, the more I started doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything started, well, I won't say everything, but my camera specifically start doing exactly what you got going on. And that's when I just swapped the whole setup, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
Grab the rig and all that shit.
Yeah, 100%. It was like, it's all of a sudden. So yeah, I'm just going, there's a lot I need to just change. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just spend a little bread. I ain't tripping about that. because I was already telling wifey like, yo, I need to get me like a new laptop. But now, because 2 people recommended a desktop, so I'm just like, let me just get a desktop, dedicate a space to it, and just get cracking.
And you get it back, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like as soon as I bought all this shit, bro, I had it back like within a month, literally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's worth it.
Yeah, because once you get once you get the technical aspect fixed, then it makes you want to produce more content. Like, look, I just sit, I'm in the captain chair, get cracking.
Hey, it's funny you say that because I was literally dealing with the same thing. Like when this was happening to me, I didn't want to make reactions or nothing because I'm like, bro, this shit is trash. It keep doing this. It made me not want to do anything, bro. And that's why I was just like, I'm cheap, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm cheap because I like to spin where I want to spin. So whatever corners I could cut, I'm gonna try to cut them. And that's what I was doing in the beginning. It was working until I got to a certain point. You feel me? And I feel like you kind of at that point now too. Like you just gotta, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like even this microphone, like this is a pretty expensive microphone, but it's like if you're gonna get the expensive microphone, get the stuff that is made to work with. Don't be trying to hook a old ass laptop or whatever to a new, because that's why technology advances every so often, so it can like, you know, improve the quality of everything.
Hell yeah.
But
nah, bro, I was just popping in to fuck with you for a second, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, bro.
Salute to you in the community, man. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with me though, bro. I'll help you with all that.
No, for sure. I'm gonna tap in with you tomorrow.
Yep. All right, brody.
All right, Neem. Talk to you later. Yes, sirree, Bob. Yeah, that's probably me, bro. Like I like to spend my money going on trips and other shit. And then not even that. Like I mean, I got the money for it. Plus tax season about to come, so I can really go crazy low key, but I'm not gonna do that. No lags during that interaction. I mean, have you guys experienced any lags since I've been with this using the integrated camera, which is the camera that's attached to the it's the camera that's attached to the it's the built-in camera for the laptop. Cause also I changed spots low key, and it might even just, it's a lot of things it could be. Fucking, I'm not gonna keep on speculating, but yeah, I'm gonna just get my new shit because I have the internet, the high speeds, all that. Yeah, this camera is fine. I'm not even tripping. Like this camera is cool for right now, you know, because live streams are different from pre-records. Pre-records, you could sit, make the video. Like real talk, pre-record videos, you could make them on your phone if you want to. Because the phone cameras, the backside cameras for the phones, they're unmatched. You can go straight 4K on every video. Like I got some videos I made with the backside cameras or front side cameras even on my phone that were just absolutely astounding, like crazy good. And people were like, what kind of camera are you using? I'm like, that's just my phone. So I'm not tripping. But we gonna get it all together. Fuck it. Kidney. Oh, what the hell? Kidney. Whoa. But anyway, yeah. So it's all good. We're gonna get it together. But guys, I have to say thank you for watching me. It's been a long time since we went this long. Yeah, this camera's fine. But but guess what? It just lagged right now. It just lagged when I clicked off this. When I clicked over to this page, this other tab, this thing, it lagged. And I promise you, I've been doing like live streams for a minute, and I have never ever had this much issue with lag. So yeah, so it's just something going on. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's something going on. So definitely camera. Yeah, why? Yeah, because you guys got the latency, right? Now that I know what that is. Yeah. So y'all see the freeze. So there's just something going on with it. But we know the internet speeds are high. Audio's good, visuals are lagging. It popped back in. It's just something going on with this when I click off of the main tab, the streaming tab, it lags. So I'll get it figured out. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get it together. And I'm telling you, this morning I did a test, 0 lagging. I did a test and it was like so smooth, clean, perfect. And then it was like, I came to try to do it this afternoon and it was like, okay, what's going on? But we'll get it. We'll get it together. Thank y'all so much for watching this. I appreciate everything you do for me in this channel. Till the next time.